tired.
He nearly scored. He hit the post. Hurry up, go for a nap. Put some of it.
Oh, and he scored.
Give it a nap. Oh, and he scored.
Done by Palace.
Trying to find the opening would be so crucial. But opening them up with a through pass. Disappointed that didn't lead to
He used to
more.
play for United. So,
Ew.
Not skilled with the ball. Backing himself in these circumstances. Missed opportunity. Easy in the end for the goalkeeper. Well, I don't know what was on there. Certainly connected it. Never should have. Very true. Given them the lead.
Dad, no,
United.
Striding forward purposefully.
United.
Max Meyer. Now he can play into the danger area. Cross blocked by the first defender.
Oh!
Can be quick.
he took Daddy. If it went over, it would
How did I miss that? Oh! That's red.
How did I miss that? Oh, that missed that, bro. Outside of well. Red. That's red.
Tackle.
Opportunity here. Place to work the ball inside.
Tackle. Go.
Look promising. Then broke down. Rumovic Martial. Fernandez,
Wow.
James, down to the mind of the assistant.
Side.
It's made up straight away. Yeah, good call. I mean, Manchester's got to bend his run a little bit. You've been squeezed. They knew
Wow.
they caught their man off.
No, I'm trying. Wait, twice before. Sorry.
Oh, right. That's right.
Offside. Those that loves to hang on the shoulder. Hope eventually that flag will stay down. Just hold it a fraction. Hold it and you'll be through. Now Williams.
Sorry again.
Sorry, again.
Wow.
Side again. Wow.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. In fact, it was a terrific effort. Martial delivered the ball into the penalty area. Defending here, he's got the ball. Now Zama. Gives the ball away now. There's still a bit of life in this first half, however.
Sleep. See, she called me and then I picked up the stuff. She did that goal. 2-0. Oh my God. I was leaving.
See, she called me and then I picked up the knock and she did that goal. 2-0. Oh my days, I wasn't playing. Just answer that call. What's for not? Oh.
Yes. Hello. You want me to be to bed?
Yes. Hello. I'm pretty bad. Coming back for no chance, no chance. Wow. Wow. No chance. Yeah.
Ah, that's a shame. It is a clear he's overhit the pass.
Yeah, 2-1.
Here's Kouyaté.
What's he drinking?
When I was in school,
Cuts it out nicely.
Yeah, 2-1.
Now, can he take them on? Ayub
Okay.
okay.
trying to find the opening, which would be so crucial. Looking to attack the cross in numbers.
Fantastic
Good
kick.
guy.
Got the ball, and then going at the opposite
I'm not drinking.
with speed. That's something for him to chase. He looks to his assistant. Flag up, it's offside.
Dad, why are you like...
Kouyaté. Ayub throw it now. Maguire. Here's Martial. Ayub. Palace is about to make a change here. Brilliant technique in the tackle. Now Anthony Martial. Here's Andreas Pereira. Well, he spotted the pass and cut it out. James McCarthy. We've had an hour gone here. Still 30 minutes left. Backing himself in these circumstances. Turnover in play here with that interception. Save for David De Gea. Bruno Fernandes. Here's Martial. Now Zaha. Patrick Van Aanholt. James McCarthy. Here's McCarthy. Jordan Ayub. James McCarthy. Bit of keep ball going on here. James McCarthy. That's a spectacular mix. Such a strong shot from so close. Well, that was wild. It was flash. It was very poor. Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Così Gallo Cominone.
That's a dreadful error.
was fun with all the other players' kids. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of the Christmas party. That was fun with all the other players' kids. I remember that. I remember a lot of the Christmas parties.
Yeah.
They were always good. Father Christmas and things like that. The little discos that we used to have.
Remember the cliff with the big bat?
Yeah, when you used to take us there when you were injured on a Sunday. So most Sundays we'd be in there.
Oh, it's going to be one of those interviews, isn't it?
But Claire, basically Manchester United is all you've ever known.
It is really, yeah. Yeah, so I was 2 when we first moved up here, wasn't I? From Birmingham when Dad first joined. Then what year did you leave? 96?
No,
Was it?
94.
94, and then obviously went to Middlesbrough there. So, and then Dad always came back as part of being global ambassador. And then I joined myself 15 years ago.
I absolutely love that though.
So forever, to be honest.
Yeah. But did you realise, obviously you said that you were only 2 whenever your dad first joined here.
Yeah.
Do you remember feeling like your dad was a superstar when you got a little bit older?
I remember that when we used to leave the stadium, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It wasn't like now when they leave and it's all gated into the car park and things like that. We literally used to walk out the director's entrance, didn't we, straight into the Munich tunnel, and you would get mobbed.
Yeah,
And that's when we were quite small and get squashed quite a lot. I remember that. And then also things like we couldn't ever go to like Alton Towers and things like that. Do you know, because we just couldn't get anywhere, or Blackpool Pleasure Beach and things. We couldn't really do that.
You don't ever consider it. Like, I suppose I'm sat here in a unique position, aren't I? Because you probably have the same thing when you're out and about with Johnny. You probably have the same thing, you know, when you were out and about with your dad. I've never sort of experienced that. Never even thought that it would be a problem to nip to the supermarket or to go to Alton Towers or to, you know, wherever it might be and get absolutely mobbed. Did you feel like you missed out maybe on being able to do those things, or did you not mind because of everything else that was going on?
No, definitely didn't feel like we missed out because, to be honest, you used to take us to America, didn't you? A lot in those days. Because football wasn't as big in America then, so people didn't really know who you were, did they? So it was just normal to walk the streets, to go to Disneyland, to do things like that and just have a normal family holiday.
You know, when
so we were
talk
lucky in
about
that way.
Disney World, when our Claire mentions that, it wasn't sort of British people, the only people who'd recognise you, people who'd been on holiday from Asia.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many people would be in Disney World from Asia, and they'd stop you, want a photo or want an autograph. So it just shows, you know, the fans that we've got all around the world.
Incredible.
And obviously you've got a sister and a brother.
Yep.
Was your dad the type to be out playing football with you in the back garden?
Not with us, not with me and my sister, because to be honest, we weren't interested. But my brother...
I'm glad you're interested now.
My brother, it's a shame me and my brother weren't the other way around, really, because Ben would have probably got more enjoyment out of it. But yeah, you spend a lot of time with Ben, didn't you? And now you play with the grandkids a lot as well.
Yeah, the grandsons
The boys
right
are always
into it.
So you like to go and watch him, don't
Drive
you?
me crazy though, because he wants to play football with me, but then I can't walk for a couple of days when I play with him.
Scared about doing your hamstring?
Yeah, well, it's not that, it's the joints where you've had injuries, so my ankles just stiffen up so much, like when I play with him.
Yeah.
But he enjoys it so much, you know, and he's playing now. And so I like going across to watch him play and how he develops. So he's doing okay, but, well, I better not say that. I'm not quite sure whether he'll make it as a professional, but he loves it, and that's what's important to me. He just loves being with his teammates and, you know, enjoying his football.
So Manchester United start the 11-game run to the end of the season and hopefully Champions League qualification this afternoon against Crystal Palace. And just the one change, Ben Thornley for Manchester United, Michael Carrick sticking with pretty much the same team. And the only change is Benjamin Šeško, who comes into the side. And that's unsurprising, really, given that he's got 6 goals in 2026 and he's gone absolutely brilliantly. Let's run you through the starting 11 to make sure that you know what's going on. Senna Lommans in goal for Manchester United. Luke Shaw 4, Harry Maguire, Lenny Yoro and Diogo Dalot make up the back 5. Kobbie Mainoo and Casemiro continue in midfield. Mateus Cunha has scored or assisted in each of his last 3 games against Palace, starts on the left. Bryan Mbeumo, who's got 10 goals in all competitions, starts off the right. Bruno Fernandes, who's scored or assisted in 4 of his last 5 against Palace, behind Benjamin Šeško, who has 5 goals in 6. He's running this calendar year, at a goal every 37 minutes, and you can understand, Ben, why Michael Carrick has made that change.
Yeah, I actually thought there may have been a case for him to do that on Monday night at Everton, but he's resisted that, obviously coming on and scoring another goal, and a brilliant goal it was too. Not just the way he finished it, but the way it was worked. Michael Carrick has seen fit to put him in from the start, and I think, if I remember rightly, the last time he did start, he scored twice against Burnley. So, listen, there's no issues whatsoever with him starting the game, and it just helps to freshen things up a little bit.
It does make things a little bit different behind him as well. So you've definitely got Mateus Cunha, who will likely play off the left. You've definitely got Bryan Mbeumo, who's likely to play off the right. Now, that might be just a little bit more structured behind Benjamin Šeško than what we've seen in recent games, which has been quite a fluid front four.
Yeah, I think that Bryan Mbeumo has spent most of his time before he came here playing on that, so it's not an unfamiliar position to him. But I think that what we need to remember is that should that fluidity need to come into operation, that those 4 players are the perfect ones to be able to do it.
Really important as well that Manchester United used today as an opportunity to sort of springboard again that chase for the Champions League or a European place at the top of the Premier League table, especially with the results and the way they've gone this weekend. Important that they try and get a positive result today.
Yeah, obviously Friday night was a massive result in Aston Villa losing, who've obviously going to have a very tough game on Wednesday night, so it's important that we capitalise that on that, and how really sort of how great it's going to look come this afternoon if we can jump into their position.
It would be absolutely brilliant, wouldn't it, if Manchester United could make it into the top 3 by the end of play today. We will find out, of course, as we go through it. Enough from him and I. Will be back with the Crystal Palace team news shortly.
Thanks, Liam and Ben, and welcome pitchside here at Old Trafford, where former Reds Danny Simpson, Fraser Campbell join me. It is a fantastic day for football. Conditions are brilliant here pitchside. The pitch looks magnificent. We're in a great run of form. Simmer, what an opportunity today to put on a great display in front of our amazing fans.
It's perfect, especially with what happened on Friday night, Aston Villa and Wolves. Obviously them getting beat 2-0, and to have the opportunity now to go above them in the table. Obviously same points, but we've got a better goal difference. What an opportunity to where we were when Michael took over to now to have the opportunity for these lads, which they deserve. It's a fantastic day. The weather's great. Pitch looks great. So yeah, it's a perfect day to do that.
Fraser, the one change sees Benjamin Šeško get a start. Many predicted that, of course, because the Slovenian's been in such good form. You happy to see him from the beginning?
Yeah, I think as a manager, you want to test your players, and sometimes they want to start on the bench, and when they come on, you want them to do a job, and he's been doing exactly that. So it sends a great message throughout the squad that if you work well, you come on, you do your job well, you'll be in the mix to start a game, and that's what's happening today. He's starting. And it's well deserved. He's looked really sharp, he's looked a real threat, and he's got his goals.
Yeah, he's scored some fantastic goals, all types of goals. I mean, look at a close range finish there. Fraser will tell you more than anyone, that's a striker, you love those kind of goals. They're running across the defender. We'll see all of his goals now, Simo, but a good variety in there.
It is, and I like his movement. He's always running behind. And that's what you want, because when you got players behind him like Bruno, Cunha and Mbeumo, they can feed him. But obviously it's his mentality. I think you'll see the goals against Burnley got 2. His finishes have been great. That's not easy.
It's really difficult.
It's really difficult, and I don't think sometimes fans will appreciate how difficult that is. But no, I've loved his attitude. And obviously today the test is now, can you do that from the start? Not just when you come on and you don't want to be known as a super sub. So now you've got your opportunity, you've earned it, you've deserved it. And we want to see this from minute 1. And listen, his finishing's been great since the last few weeks.
Is it a different mindset when starting a match to coming off the bench to impact it?
Well, yeah, you're starting on the bench, you've already got a point to prove. You want to you want to come on and show the manager that you should be starting the games, and you know he's done that. So it's mental that.
Yeah, it's a great sprint.
For someone so tall, yeah. It's weird to see him moving so fast.
When he hits his stride,
yeah, he's off.
He is so quick, and Tarkowski was left floundering.
Is he moving faster than Tarkowski moving slow?
I think Tarkowski was going backwards.
Yeah, both, yeah.
But yeah, he's,
sorry, James.
I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, you were just amazed by his
It's
sprint
a different
there.
mindset. Starting the game today, he's going to have to be thinking, right, I've earned my place here. How do I keep it? You've got to do the things that he has been doing for them short periods coming on the pitch. He's got to do it over a longer period, like Simo said. Can you do it over 90 minutes?
Well, that's the one thing I've loved with United now recently is that pace and power and that desire to, you know, from a counter-attack from one box to the other. You've seen it with Mbeumo, where I think it was against, was it City, is it? And with Sesko. So I think that's United of old, and I think that's what the fans have loved seeing lately.
Yeah, well, I did ask Michael Carrick on Friday. Hopefully you've had the chance to see the interview on the app or the website, and I asked him about, was that counter-attack goal against Everton reminiscent of the teams he played in when you had Ronaldo, Tevez, Rooney, Park all sprinting the length of the pitch? And he said, yeah, it was. And that's what it reminded all of us of, I think, that kind of brilliant goal. By the way, Ahmad being rested and on the bench is not a reflection on his performances.
No.
He's had a brilliant season, and just maybe it was just time to just freshen up a little bit. Ahmad will continue to be a massively important player for us. Let's have a quick look at the Premier League table, because Simo mentioned that win for Wolves against Villa on Friday night, which has enabled us to leapfrog the Midland side if we do our job beating Palace today. Liverpool big winners yesterday, Fraser, beating West Ham 5-2. Chelsea play Arsenal a little bit later on. Do you believe it's a race between ourselves and Liverpool for third? Are Villa going to drop out of that top four?
Yeah, I think Villa's been a bit hit and miss, and of late they're a lot more miss than hit. So it's, you know, like you're saying, they got beat by Wolves, who everyone would have expected them to wipe the floor with. But yeah, I'd say the way we're going, the way Liverpool won emphatically yesterday, it's probably between us two who's going to finish in the third in the league. But like Simo said earlier, if you'd have said before Carrick came in, we was on the cusp of getting to the top four, and it was like, oh, if we can do this, if we can do that.
Yeah.
And we never really thought that
we
it
had
was
a lot
going to
of
happen.
opportunities to do it, and never just pushed it over the
now
line.
we seem to be, you know, grasping it with our own hands and taking it on ourselves to cement ourselves in the top four and potentially top three.
As for Crystal Palace, they are in the bottom half of the table. They played in the Europa Conference League on Thursday night. Will they be a little fatigued? Possibly. But given the fact that they won the FA Cup last year, won the Community Shield, are in their most successful period in their history, are you a bit surprised to see them languishing in 13th?
No, no, because that's probably not too bad. They're not too far off, you know, getting into the top 10, and considering they've got a lot of injuries, considering they are playing on Thursday nights in Europe, like, that is difficult. And you see it now with Newcastle. When you're playing a midweek game and you're trying to get yourselves going for the Premier League at the weekend, it is difficult. I like that, just to give a bit more, you know, a bit more solid at the back, because obviously we were getting crosses, having to defend a lot. But Mazraoui, that's what he'll be knocking on the door. He'll be working hard. We know what he's like, but that's what you want. It's competition, and the lads will be patiently waiting. You know, Cunha, you know, he was coming off the bench scoring goals, and then Dorgu got injured and he took his chance, and same for Sesko. So Mazraoui's probably the only one that's, you know, hoping that he can keep pushing and try and get a chance.
Yeah, well, he'll be pushing Diogo Dalot all the way for a start, but the Portugal fullback has been in good form of late. Let's hear from him next.
Diego, lovely to see you once again. First of all, just how are you? And tell me what the vibe is like in the change room. You know, 10 games unbeaten now in the league.
Yeah, I mean, as you can imagine, it's always easier and better to work through wins. And a club like this should be in that position a lot of times. So we're happy to be here, to be in this moment. I think it's something that we also have to enjoy. And get used to that feeling. I think it's the most important. Don't take it for granted, but always trying to put ourselves into this position. I think that's where we want to go. And focusing on the next goals, I think is going game by game, but at the same time enjoying this moment.
On that point now, since Michael Carrick's come in with his backroom staff as well, what kind of impact have they made on this group? Because as you mentioned, you know, real good habits were forming anyway, but what have they then added in this run? You know, it couldn't have started more difficult with the Manchester City, Arsenal games, but how the team played and the performances you all showed was so impressive, especially.
I think it was straight away the biggest advantage that we had with Carrick is that he really knows the club, he really knows what to say, he really knows what type of games we're going to play. And I mean, before even, if he was here even as a manager, so he has both experience of being a player and being a manager at this level, at this club. So that is big advantage, and during the week I think he's very calm, he's very balanced, which helps for us to not get carried away when we win, and even if things are not going so well, he always keeps us a little bit more balanced, and I think that helps, and that energy passes to the players, and you can see on the pitch that we look a much balanced team. We are very balanced during the 90 minutes, and I think that helps for us to get every challenge in different games.
I want to ask you about one player in particular, and Son-El Lomans. Now, I remember deadline day last summer reporting here at Carrington about this goalkeeper coming from Royal Antwerp. I just wonder, from your point of view, what were your first impressions of Son-El Lomans when he arrived? You know, what do you know about him? What was your first interactions like with him?
I mean, straight away we could see the type of profile that he is as a person, which helps, I think, in the position that he's playing. For you to be a Man United goalkeeper, you need to be really balanced, because you can go high really quick and you can get low really quicker as well. But you could see he's a really chilled person. He doesn't get carried away too often. So we're really happy with the performance that he's having. But like, for us, it's not so surprising because we've seen him every day. So I'm happy that people are getting to see that we already saw it as soon as he came. So I think that it's bringing us also to another good level, because we need people like this. We need people that, although they are in a very high level, they understand that this is a daily work. This is something that you need to do every single day and every single game. And he knows that he is in one of the hardest positions in football. Being a Man United goalkeeper is not easy, so he needs all the help that we can give him, and we do. But it needs to come from him, and I think that he has it.
Absolutely, his performance against Everton was mightily impressive. Just about finally the three other signings from last summer, as you looked for this Champions League place before the end of the season. Again, your time at the club, you've seen players come in, leave. Obviously, that red shirt can weigh quite heavily, but with the likes of Bryan Mbeumo, Benjamin Šeško, Matheus Cunha, feels like they're all thriving wearing that red shirt. What do you think has set them apart, maybe from other players you've seen at your time at the club?
Obviously, the first thing is always the quality. If they weren't quality players, they wouldn't sign for the club. But then, for you to be at Man United, for you to stay here for a long time, you need something else. And the biggest advantage, obviously, for Bryan and Cunha was they already knew the league. They already been playing England for a long time, so you could see straight away playing the game was a little bit easier for them. And then you can see now Ben is a really good mentality person, so he already knows that he needs to work really hard to be at this level. And you can see the differences, and you can feel when a player goes to the bench what type of profile he is. If he comes on 5 minutes, if he comes on 2 minutes, if he comes on 15, how does he react? Even if scoring goals the next game he goes to the bench again, how do you react? And this is insights of big players, in my opinion. And he's still a young player, so he knows that he needs to work hard. He needs to work really hard, and I'm very happy that it's been like this, because we also need players that have that type of mentality. not just starting games, but I'm pretty sure that he will play plenty of games.
So Diogo Dalot there. Only Bruno Fernandes and Luke Shaw have played more Premier League minutes than the Portuguese this season. He has found some better form of late, hasn't he? He gets forward well, is doing his defensive work decent. He's got 1 goal, 3 assists in the Prem this season. Can he be even more productive?
I think so. I think he keeps finding himself in positions in the final third or even in the box where he just needs to maybe just slow down and you know, get the right connection on the ball. I think it was Everton. I think he, in the first half, he kind of scuffed it. He had a chance right in the box. He keeps making them inside runs, and he's good at that. Yes, and he's so fit. He can get up and down all day. But he looks a lot better at right back. He looks a lot more comfortable than playing wing back, right wing back or left wing back. And probably, I think you spoke to him, probably ask him himself. He probably feels a lot more comfortable at right back, and then building that relationship, obviously with Ahmad, but now with Mbeumo today. But I think he can do more, especially going forward.
With him on the right, finding consistency, and Luke Shaw, who has played the most minutes of anyone in the Prem for us this season, on the left and being injury-free and looking like the best left back in the league. There's a nice balance there.
Yeah, that's what the team needs. It needs some consistency. If you know what you're getting from most of your players every week, then you know you'll be there or thereabouts. But yeah, like you said, the fullbacks have been super consistent. Dalot's looks more, like Simo said, he looks more comfortable in a right back position, either defending, not attacking as much. I don't think he is, but you know, I think he's defended really well. He's kept us solid. Luke Shaw's gone a little bit higher, and he's kept us a bit more safe at the back. So he's done really well, I think. Yeah, he's been available to play. He can do it. He's a good player.
Availability is really key for any side. If you're always available to play, and Bruno Fernandes is the best example of that, his availability is off the charts, then you're going to be an important player. Centre halves today, Harry and Lenny. Harry on the left of the two, where he's played a bit for Leicester and England in the past, and Lenny Yoro came into the team against Everton, and so many people I've heard say how good he performed and what a potential that player has got.
Yeah, listen, it was a tough fixture to come into, Everton away, especially in a night game, especially the way David Moyes plays, and we've seen that by, you know, the amount of corners that we had to deal with. And
it's crazy at times.
But I think in Harry Maguire's form, coming in to play with someone like Harry in the form he's in, is a great help. Yeah, Harry, I played with Harry, he played on the left. Harry likes playing on the left, but obviously it's good that he's able to adapt and play right or left, especially for Lenny Yoro. But no, he's, you know, we watched his first game up in Scotland when he signed Lenny Yoro, and he looked good then. And listen, he's what a talent he is. He's got you know, his ceiling is up to him, how high he wants to go and his level. But yeah, I like them two playing together. I thought to keep the clean sheet the other night was great. The way, you know, how much pressure he was under, and yeah, I'm glad that they're a partnership. And obviously Martinez will have to get back in when he can.
Yeah, obviously we wait to hear the extent of Martinez's injury, although it was mentioned in the press conference and when I spoke to Michael on Friday, it's not too bad, so hopefully he'll be back soon, because there are some tough games upcoming, like away at Newcastle, and then we play Villa here, our next home game after today. And you want as many good players available as possible for these key fixtures.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of good players, and it's been helpful that when somebody has been injured, someone's been able to step in and continue that form, or if not raise the bar. So it's great to see the squad's rotations working well. People are fighting for the position, and they're doing really well.
Yeah, certainly is a lot more solid, it seems, back there. That clean sheet at Everton, our first away clean sheet of the season, and Lamens, who we'll hear from a little bit later, was brilliant in that match. So that to come, but we're going to get around the ground now because it's starting to fill up here. We're going to see who Zara's managed to catch up with.
Thanks, guys. So we are in the Trafford suite right now, and I thought I'd go and get the consensus from the fans. And I've heard that these two alongside me are the expert Reds.
To build a new back three after January and even after a few injuries. So yeah, it's going into the right direction.
Yeah, just the one change today. Evan Gassan with 2 pretty crucial goals this week. He drops down to the bench though for Brennan Johnson. What's the thinking there?
He hasn't played so many minutes before he arrived, and now in 2 games within 3 days. I think he didn't play for months, 90 minutes like he did on Thursday, and I expect a very intense game today. A lot of work, a lot of running, and so yeah, giving him a rest and having an impact from the bench. Brennan also did very well in training, and I think the game could suit him. I think he scored the game winner in the Europa League final against Man United, so he's a positive vibe when he plays Man United, and all these circumstances, I decided to start Brennan.
Well, away from that, you've also got a great recent record here. How do you see the
He's a
challenge
positive
now,
vibe
though,
when he plays against
under Michael
United.
Carrick?
He's going to get cooked today.
They're doing really well. I think they also started well, but there was a lot of noise around the team, the club, and now everything looks calmer, quieter, and players are doing well. So, of course, also one of my assistants told me, I think it's our 43rd game today, and their 30th. You see, is a big difference. So they've always full weeks to prepare. That shows that now they're playing very consistently with the same starting 11 today. They've one change, Seshko for Diallo, but all the others, I think it's the 4th or 5th time they play more with Euro and Martinez, but all other players are the same, and this gives them consistency. And
He pays attention. He's paying attention.
They've now a great
He's
spirit
paying
in the team.
attention
They're
to what Carrick
celebrating
is
each other when, not just for scoring a goal,
He
but also
notices
when they
everything, the
defend,
changes.
together, and I think this is
But we need to make sure we beat them
Best
today.
of luck with it today.
There's
Thank
no
you.
excuse not to beat these guys.
Shows how successful Crystal Palace have been this season. You don't often get a Crystal Palace manager highlighting the number of games they've played
about
compared to the
44
number that
games,
United.
United.
But it seems a
Played
little
about
bit
30
calmer
games. That's
around
mad.
Selhurst Park after the last week.
Yeah, and obviously the last 3 games in the Premier League, 2 wins out of them, and obviously beating Brighton and then beating Wolves last week, winning in the Europa Conference League and progressing. So there was a lot of noise around Oliver Glasner when in leaving in the summer. Matt Gay leaving, there was a lot of negativity, but he's just got it back on track, and this is a big test going to Old Trafford, where you hear they've been in some good form.
It's a 2 o'clock kickoff at Old Trafford. There's been another goal in the title race in the Scottish Premiership, and Celtic
Rangers
have
gone
won back.
2-1 up.
Tierney
Whoa.
with it, and it is Rangers 2,
Martin
Celtic
O'Neill,
1.
what are you doing at
An
Celtic,
hour
brother?
gone at Ibrox, and it is on Sky Sports.
Rangers
Football.
have gone
Difficult
2-1
afternoon
up.
for Vitor Pereira. Last Sunday they had a lot of chances against Liverpool. Did not
Forest versus Brighton today. It's going to be an interesting one. That manager, that new Forest manager, is quite a character, isn't it? Like, look at him. He gives it right there in front of you, the players. If you mess up, he tells you right in front of you on the pitch. That's good. It's going to be interesting to see how some of these players react to that, because a lot of these Premier League players don't like managers coming in just telling them what to do or screaming and shouting at them. So they forget that there are different cultures. Certain managers manage people or coach people. The cultures are different. Some coaches are very vocal in front of the crowd, in front of everyone. They want to see that, yeah, they will expose you. It's the same thing for that Tottenham guy. Hugo Tudor, he will expose you. He will make the fan know exactly who you are on the pitch. If you're not performing, like you watch the Spurs game and you see the way those players reacted when he was asking them to move forward, go forward, press. They didn't care. So now Tottenham fans, they will understand that, like, these players, get rid of them, get them out. They don't deserve to be here. And it's the same thing with this Forest manager. He will expose these players, man. You'll expose them. But yeah, Celtic losing 2-1. Looks like the honeymoon period is over for Martin. I mean, he lost the Champions League as well. The Europa League or Champions League, he lost that. But it's looking like the honeymoon period phase is over for Martin Ole at Celtic. Rangers, I think they're back. They've lost so many games this season, Celtic. It's unbelievable. Like, it's hard to believe that that's the old Celtic to what it is today. But United at 2 o'clock, that's coming up. Let's see if we can get some pundit reaction. Let's see what he's saying. Sheshko definitely will be my first goal scorer today. My prediction. I think he will score the first goal. Lamens has been brilliant for us. We go third, brother. Third. We have to finish today, third position.
Yeah, of course. Just game by game. It's a bit of a cliche, but it is what it is. I think this one was really important. Now we have to look again to the next one this Sunday, home at Palace, which will be an important one again. I think especially during getting near to the end of the season, every game is important, so you want to win every game. So now we got to keep that momentum going, and yeah, hopefully we can get a good result at home again for our fans.
Yeah, so Senna Lamens there. Hopefully he'll be keeping a clean sheet again today. Huge round of applause as United came out the tunnel. The brilliant crowd here, really anticipating a big performance from our team. As at this part of the day, pre-kickoff phase, where you start to feel the energy and feel the excitement. What do you feel is different now for the fans watching the lads come out than maybe 2-3 months ago when we were struggling to find our best home form?
I'm just excited to watch us play. I think like every fan in here, and not necessarily win a game. Just have a go. Something exciting, something familiar like we were talking about earlier, quick counter-attacking football. Like I said, whether we win or lose, obviously you want to win, and we have been winning, but it's encouraging to see good things happening. And I think that's what the fans are getting used to. They're excited seeing a lot of progression, a lot of attacking football. And it's a massive change from a few months ago where you'd turn up and you'd not know what was going to happen. You didn't know if we were going to turn up at all, you didn't know if we were going to have a go. And it was going to be a tough, you knew it was going to be a tough afternoon, but now it feels like we've broke that spell or whatever, and now we can actually play some decent football.
As a I'm watching the team now. I'm again.
Such an influential player for this club.
Of course, Ortega was doing very well, but they got injury, and was a big risk to come in this game. Was not possible. And for our luck, Sales is in conditions. Of course, we have guys, but Sales has his experience. And today will be important to have Sales on goal.
Hello. How have you been making the best out of your time with the team this past couple of weeks? Because of course you have the midweek fixtures with Europa League, not much time to train.
It's difficult, but this is what we have. It's important to correct things. Sometimes it's not possible on the pitch. Sometimes we need to do it by video, but in the end, the message is clear. They know what to do, and today we need to be organized tactically. We need to have the true spirit of a team, running and fighting for each duels on the pitch, and the confidence to play, the confidence to express themselves and to express the qualities that they have.
You've mentioned confidence a few times. Do you think attacking-wise especially, do you think confidence is the main factor that is missing to put those chances you've been creating to bed?
Yes, but difficult is to create a chance. Now we need to be more clinical, to finish in the finishing, in the last pass, in the assist, to find the man free. on the box, but it's important to go there with players in the positions to try to score and have this confidence to appear there.
Good luck, Victor.
Thank you. Thank you.
You talk to people around Forest, Michael, and he seems to have just given a bit of energy to the place.
Yeah, and it's infectious. You see the disappointment. He's very energetic. He's very emotional. You know, and when you're in this situation, you need to get everyone together. I think he touched on there. Matt Sells coming in for the injured Stefan Ortega, who's been very good. It's the same team, same outfield 10 players that were last week who created chances. And when you've got Amari Hutchins, you've got Callum Hudson-Odoi, you've got Morgan Gibbs-White, you will create chances. It's all about taking them, and that's what Nottingham Forest have to change. They have to change their mentality. They are creating them, it's just unfortunate not taking them.
Let's go back to the ground, shall we? Natalie's managed to drag Glenn out of the tunnel into the wet and the wind, and look at that. That's a great tribute behind you for James Milner, Natalie.
Yes, it is, Chappers. It is a gigantic shirt that stands for all the teams that contributed for James Milner to break the record of Premier League appearances. And we've been seeing so many tributes, well-deserved for James Milner. But Glenn, I wanted to ask you about what he's currently doing, what he's still doing, because he has still so much to offer. He's starting today.
Yeah, well, listen, I think first and foremost, it's an amazing achievement. But I think James will be really happy to put this to bed and move on. And this is about the now, and he's good enough to still get in this Brighton team. And I thought it was an example of that last weekend at Brentford, the way he kind of dropped into the back 4 times, his game know-how, his experience at this level. I thought it was absolutely brilliant and warrants this start today.
And in midfield, we have 40-year-old James Milner with 20-year-old Jack Hinchwood. God, I have half his age.
Yes.
It's a nice combination, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Listen, Jack is his football IQ is very good. He's from a footballing family, but what he does add to that midfield is that little bit of youthful exuberance, that those legs, and what he did last weekend is he pressed really well out of that midfield, and when they all went together, they were good at stopping Brentford at times. So yeah, that yin and yang in the middle of Brighton's midfield.
That's nice. As for Nottingham Forest, so much talk around the chances they haven't been putting to bed. They have been creating, and of course, when you talk about goals, you think about the striker, Igor Jesus. He's been doing well this season overall in terms of goals in all competitions, 11, but in the Premier League just 2. So how do you fix that?
Yeah, listen, I think in Europe he's done really well, but that hasn't quite been the same in the Premier League, hasn't quite hit those heights. Listen, the Premier League's more physical league. It's more difficult in some aspects, and it's about finding that confidence in front of goal. And I think when you look at Nottingham Forest, they've created good chances, but they haven't been clinical enough. They haven't had that killer instinct. They've really missed Chris Wood, and they need to try and get Jesus scoring goals in this running and get them out of the predicament they're in.
Yeah, and talking about creativity, when you have a player like Morgan Gibbs-White, it's impressive how much quality they have on the squad. But how can they make the best out of a player like Morgan Gibbs-White, who finds the right passes, the pockets?
Well, I think first and foremost, when you look at that Forest team, it's a really good footballing team. It's a strong Premier League 11. And yeah, Morgan Gibbs-White, I've seen him play here before. He travels well to the Amex. He seems to enjoy coming down here. And he can be that catalyst for Nottingham Forest. He's that provider, that creator. And it could be a big afternoon for him.
Yeah, it could be a big afternoon for Nottingham Forest as well. It's their 4th game with Vitor Pereira, Brighton. They're looking to build momentum. We're expecting a good game here, Chappers.
Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Glenn. Currently, at the moment on Sky Sports Football, you've got the Old Firm Celtic pushing for an equaliser, and Ibrox have got a free kick in a dangerous position as well. Rangers 2, Celtic 1. If you want to see what happens to that free kick, Sky Sports
Football. Have they equalised?
Up next, we will continue our build-up on Sky
Yes,
Sports Premier
Bruno
League to
Casa,
Manchester United
Sesko,
against Crystal
Mbumo,
Palace.
Euro,
Michael Carrick has made
Lamens,
just the one
Dalot,
change. Benjamin
Casemiro,
Sesko starts this
Cunha.
afternoon.
Right, shade up on the screen there. It's good to see them, man. It's good to see them. Carrick is talking to the media.
we'll have to wait and see. He's close, he's not far away, so well, yeah, it's hard to say them all.
As far as the context of today's game, I suppose Villa dropping points quite unexpectedly on Friday, Liverpool with a big win yesterday. Does it feel like quite a significant game in your top 4 ambitions?
I think every game from now on is going to be significant. So it doesn't really change it. Of course, one weekend to the next is going to be maybe ups and downs, and it's something that you just got to kind of manage. But today's is a tough game, They're a good team, really well organised and difficult to play against. So we've got to be ready for that.
Yeah, that's it. I suppose recent history would have it. It's been a bit of an awkward one, Palace coming to Old Trafford. How do you see that, though, today? Has that changed at all with the season that they're having?
No, they're a good team. As I said, I think history is what it is. That's not something that I really take too much or look too much into, and never really have done. But we know they're a good team. As I said, they're really difficult to play against. So we've got to be at our best, close to our best to get what we want from the game.
Right, best of luck with it.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, let's hope Michael Carrick can mastermind another home win. If so, then that'll be 5 home wins he has registered in a row, if you count the one he got back in 2021 as interim manager. And only Franco Farrell has a better record. He got 6 home wins in a row when first in charge back in 1971. Kids, ask your dads about him. That was a long time ago, even for me. OK, let's chat about some of the players.
I've got the oven on, you don't have to go outside. No, Mummy's coming. I'm literally just going to get one thing from the shop, okay? Dad's inside. Okay, you can play with the scooter. Go on. Take it inside. I'm coming, okay? Don't start, make sure you go the oven on, you open the door. I'm coming, okay? In a minute.
To see him now playing well and enjoying this time, he looks happy. He looks like the change of formations has helped him as well, and helped like it has everybody. I love his relationship with Cobby. I feel like him and Bruno, I think the way they all rotate and move around, and he can play higher. We've seen him with an assist here, the no-look pass, and we know he's good at intercepting the ball. So yeah, he's been a massive part, I think, for Michael Carrick since he took over. And listen, I love watching him, and it'll be sad to see him go, but let's enjoy him for these last 10-11 games that we've got of him.
Yeah, let's enjoy Casemiro for every match we get to see him grace this pitch. As for Matheus Cunha, 82 league appearances for Wolves before now reaching a Premier League 100 milestone with 18 for us. And since he replaced the injured Patrick Dorgu and got into the team after brilliant performances off the bench, he's always contributed, whether scoring or assisting or just that work rate.
I'm a big fan. Not only of him as a player, but his celebration. I've got all my kids doing the Cunha surfing thing at the house. I love it.
I loved it when you did it.
It's fantastic. I love the energy. I love the energy he brings around the place. Even the walking in the stadium before, he's just very uplifting. But he's extremely talented footballer. He's hit 100 now in the Premier League, and I'm sure hopefully we'll get another couple hundred out of him here at Man United.
Have you seen him surfing on social media?
No.
Yeah, very good.
Surfing. It doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah. He's probably doing kick-ups on the board.
No, I see
he's got great balance, hasn't he?
Yeah, really good.
I know you love everything about him. Did you love his celebration against Everton down in the corner, right near the end of the game?
Yeah, love it.
When we're seeing the game out, he's had a real tussle with James Garner, former Red and a great lad, real tough and all matched up with James Garner, and right at the end he's celebrating.
Love it.
Yeah, right in the corner. Yeah, I love that.
Class.
That
Don't
was
mind
fun
that.
to see.
I really enjoy that side of the game.
Yeah. No, I bet you do. I bet you do as well.
Loved it. Love wine.
Brian and Burmo then, to finish speaking about the trio. Are you even more impressed than maybe you originally thought you would be when he signed? We all knew he was going to be a good player. Personally, as a fan, watching him at Brentford, I thought, excellent player, and he'll be good for us. I think he's better than I thought he was, if that makes sense.
Agreed.
Yeah, I was worried that was United going to be too big for him. Yes, we knew he was fantastic. His goal-scoring record at Brentford was right up there. We've seen it over the years, you know, players that come to this club and the shirt's a bit too heavy, but I think he's, you know, the transition wherever he plays, his energy, his goal threat, his desire for the team, his work rate, everything. He's a Man United player. And for me, if he keeps this up, he's up there for me as one of the contenders for player of the season for us.
Yeah, he's right up
there. Yeah. Obviously, there's games to go, but he deserves to be right in the mix, and I'm sure that from the players and the fans, he will be up there.
Is he an even better finisher than you thought?
Yeah, like you said, because obviously I've not watched all the Brentford games he played in. You just see little clips, you think, oh, well, yeah, he's a good player. But it's only when you start watching him week in, week out, you realise, yeah, he's top notch, like left side, right side, through the middle. Is a good all-round footballer, and is exactly what the team needed. And I didn't really see that before, because obviously I'm not a scout. I'm not going around looking at, but he's turned out brilliantly. All three of them have been great for Man United.
Yeah, certainly have fantastic players. Let's hope all three have a good game today. Okay, let's now get the thoughts of two people commentating on the game for us. It is, of course, Liam Bradford and Ben Thornley.
Welcome back to the Tunnel. Manchester United taking on Crystal Palace, and we've got the Crystal Palace team news for you. Bring you that in just a moment. First, a little recap of Manchester United's starting 11. One change for them because Benjamin Šeško, with 5 in his last 6, comes into the starting 11 to replace Ahmad, so he starts up front, and you can understand why Michael Carrick has made that change. In terms of Crystal Palace, well, they make one change as well, because Brennan Johnson comes into the side. United fans will remember he was credited with the goal in the Europa League final last season for Spurs, a January arrival for them. So they've got Dean Henderson in goal, 3 clean sheets in 4 against Manchester United. Camvo, Richards and Lacroix as the back 3. Daniel Munoz, dangerous off the right-hand side. Tyrick Mitchell on the left. Wharton and Daichi Kamada in the centre of midfield. Ismaila Sarr and Brennan Johnson behind Jurgen Strand Larsen, who joined the club in January from Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's a Crystal Palace side that will be well organised, they will be compact, they'll be hard to break down, and they can catch you out on the break with clever players like Daniel Munoz.
Yeah, they certainly can, and the passing ability as well of Adam Wharton. They obviously started the season extremely well. And then the frustrations, I think, built with Oliver Glasner, with obviously the sale of Eze, the sale of Mark Gahey especially, and it sort of disrupted their rhythm, and the results have gone that way. They've picked up a little bit as of late, and they're a team, don't forget, that never caused United any problems, but in the last few years they have, and they have got players that can do that, and especially I think down that right-hand side with Munoz, who loves to get forward, and now with the introduction of Brennan Johnson, who has that pace to trouble you.
Strand Larsen coming in, a different player really to Jean-Philippe Mateta, who scored the penalty last time these two sides played one another down at Selhurst Park. Different kind of player, Jurgen Strand Larsen, and a player that Manchester United have managed to nullify in the past.
Yeah, they have. I suppose there was some eyebrows raised when Palace went out and spent the money they did on him, but I think he's slowly starting to prove why he has been such a good signing. He started to come into the goals. He's not as robust a character as Jean-Philippe Mateta, but he's proved himself a worthy replacement.
The two wing-backs, I know we've already mentioned Daniel Munoz, but I think it's important. They gain a lot from that width. The ability down the left-hand side to get Tyrick Mitchell on the ball, and Daniel Munoz, who has contributed with the goals as well this season. Luke Shaw's going to have to be on his guard today.
Yeah, he will be. I think more so, as I previously stated, down the right-hand side with the pace that they've got, and the fact that Munoz does love to get in at that back post and consequently has scored goals for them. Tyreek Mitchell played most of his time at Palace as a defender. He's progressed now to playing that wing-back role, and he again has the pace to trouble you. I just think that the quality might come from down the right.
Let's hope that Manchester United can continue this brilliant run that they're on. 10 games unbeaten, 5 wins out of 6 for Michael Carrick. It'd be absolutely fantastic if they could add 3 more points today. That's it from us down here in the tunnel. We're going to get to the press box, get ready for the game.
Yeah, so Liam and Ben with the Palace team news there. So let's chat a bit about the Eagles, whose form has improved of late. They've got 2 wins from their last 3. Before that, they were 0-9, 3 draws, 6 defeats, so didn't have a win. It does indicate they're starting to get a little bit better after a really rocky spell over Christmas and just after.
Yeah, and there's been a lot going on, Andy. You know, Margay leaving, Mateta thinking he was leaving, the manager announcing he was leaving. So I think that, you know, rocked the boat a little bit. But I think there's going to be a period where that all calms down and they get back to doing what they're good at. Because like Simo said earlier in the show, they are a good team. They've got some quality players in the squad, so it's you need to be careful. You know, it's not going to be an easy game. And like I just said, once everything settles down a bit, I think they'll get back to that winning form and start pushing up the table. So while they're not quite there yet, I think it's a good chance for us today to get some points off them.
They've won the last 2 games here in the league as well. Again, something we have to put right.
Rangers gutted, throwing away a 2-0 lead.
Here comes. Oh, had myself a meet. I muted.
One more shot at glory for somebody.
We saw a double save, right, from the Rangers keeper from that penalty. He saved the penalty twice. Eventually, the third try, Celtic scored. What a game!
Got something left in it here. So
There we go.
Fowles could
So
serve up.
5 minutes of added time here.
Don't think Sarachi's happy about the order.
5 minutes of added time. In 10 minutes, I'll be switching over to the United.
Rangers dangerous from set
Oh
plays.
my days.
It's a silly foul because the ball's going out anyway.
10 minutes, I'll be switching over to the United game. It's Rangers free kick.
From, I think Martin O'Neill is questioning.
It's Rangers free kick.
Insistent there.
He's in the Rangers technical area.
It's a Rangers free kick. Everyone is in the box. Everyone is in the box. Everyone is in the box.
To send it in. Away by Forrest. Back by
Send it back in. Wow. Wow. The ball is still there. To me, to you. Too much pressure.
Comfortably cleared by the Celtic.
Celtic cleared that. Celtic cleared that ball. Oh my days.
The story of the old firm over the years has been littered with a few twists in the tail.
Oh. They're calling for handball, but I don't think that's a handball. I don't think there's anything in that. Let's have a look.
It was a run. I don't know who the runner was, but
No,
he just
just-
overed that. I think it was Mason Moore just running the vacuum. That's exactly what I thought he was going to do.
They're going for the long throw. No.
We are going to go to 6 minutes now. The stoppage time started
Wow.
in the aftermath of the penalty.
6 minutes of added time. 6.
Rangers. The better team by a distance in the first half, but Celtic came up with a big response, as champions often do. And this is a scoreline that Haas will be rather enjoying, and probably Motherwell also. You're heading for a
United are staying soon in about. Whoa. What's that chocolate stuff you got in your face?
1996.
Chocolate cake.
You making chocolate cake?
Yeah.
You need to- You need to go wash your face, mate.
You want some?
Of course, later.
Yeah.
Wash your face. You gonna wear United top?
One more moment in the sport of moments.
Here comes Rangers again. Yep.
I'm going to switch
Sterling.
tops every time.
Selecting, and that's given Rangers the chance to send another ball into the box. Sterling does well, but once again, stupidity from Celtic. Quick free kick. Diamande in. Raskin tries something spectacular.
Foul.
It's gone in Celtic's favour.
5 minutes. 1 minute to go. In this Old Firm derby.
Wonder if they might have taken their time a bit on
I
the
think
free kick.
it's gonna be a draw.
Really rushed it and
I don't think nobody's gonna win this game.
Chigiti.
But what a game.
Few stoppage time goes about when these two are about, but not much time left now.
Wow. Foul. That's it. Let's switch over to the United game.
Rangers will be kicking themselves after a dominant first half showing.
What a game.
Martin O'Neill Celtic turned into Martin O'Neill Celtic.
The Analysis app, you share your player ratings, your manager ratings, and your opinions on everything to do with your club. So that Sky Sports can put fan opinion at the heart of their football coverage. Scan the QR code to download the Analysis app.
Oh Old Trafford looks busy, bro, as usual. Old Trafford looks packed out, decked out everywhere. No empty seats. I couldn't get a ticket for this one.
QR code on screen for more details. So just to remind you once again, here are the 3 games: Brighton, Forest on Sky Sports Tennis,
United, Palace, Fulham, Spurs, London Derby there, Brighton, Forest. Let's go. There's a walkie coming out of the tunnel now. Any minute.
Over recent times have struggled. The expectation is on them. Go and give us a performance at home to a side they are expected to be.
Yeah, we thought that a few weeks ago when they played Fulham as well, and they came out and answered questions on Manchester United and Michael Carrick's team, so I expect a good performance today. I mean, this is the expectation that Michael Carrick has brought into the football club, and outside the belief that they can go and win again.
But Crystal Palace do go there in much better mood, shall we say, than they would have done even a week ago.
Yeah, 100% confidence off the back of the win against Wolves, and also in midweek in Europe as well. So entertaining game, free hit for Crystal Palace in my opinion.
They're on their way out then.
Players are coming out. Players are walking out now.
2 o'clock games. Remember, we've still got Arsenal, Chelsea to come at 4:30. But let's head to the ground and join our commentary team, Alan Smith and Rob Hawthorne.
Well, after the upturn in form, Michael Carrick is getting more plaudits in this city than Olivia Dean did at the Brits last night. They were 11 points behind Aston Villa. When Carrick took over today, they could overtake them. It is indeed one of the 3 2 o'clock kickoffs taking place simultaneously. It is notable how few changes Michael Carrick has made since taking over as manager. Today there's one from the win at Everton, where Senna Lawrence seemed to relish defending his box against set pieces. Lissandro Martinez, who returned at Palace from the knee injury sustained against them here last year, is now sidelined for a 2nd game in a row, so Lenny Yoro continues at the back. It's the first of the last 6 matches Casemiro could play for United at Old Trafford, while Kobbie Mainoo's prospects of staying here look much brighter now. Brian Mbeumo, who limped off at the Hill Nicholson Stadium on Monday, is likely to fill the role occupied there by Amad Diallo, because after his latest goal-scoring appearance from the bench, Benjamin Šeško has finally done enough to merit a place in the first 11. So Diallo has to wait his chance to have an influence today. His presence is the only change on the bench from the Everton game. Oliver Glasner made 3 changes for Thursday's Conference League win after their Premier League victory over Wolves. When Dean Henderson's penalty save helped them to win, Henderson returns to his old club, and in front of him, Maxence Lacroix, after recent fitness issues, is considered fit enough to start 2 games in 4 days. The midfield quartet is unchanged from the one against Rutsky, where Adam Wharton's brilliant free kick set up Lacroix's opening goal. Evan Gesson, who scored the 2nd goal and the Premier League winner against Wolves, is the only one to drop out from Thursday. In comes Brennan Johnson, who brought United European heartache last May. And Yeremy Pino, part of a previous team to beat United in a Europa League final, joins Gesson among the substitutes.
Take me home to the plane.
He hasn't just been scoring for the bench, he's been scoring as a start as well. The thing that he provides in the quality of his
Yeah, I mean, it is another chance for him to show Michael Carrick and maybe also prove to himself that he can succeed consistently as a starter. It's a different mentality and challenge, of course. More is expected of you, but his confidence, I mean, it should be sky high given the nature of the goals he scored lately. Let's see what he can do. His opposite number, Jürgen Strand Larsen, probably won't be feeling quite as confident. Didn't get off the mark with a brace against Burnley, but he's playing at the front end of a pitch that's not creating or scoring many goals from open play. His job to try and change that.
Crystal Palace to unprecedented success.
To see United,
Such a fantastic fantastic start to a formidable record for Manchester United under Michael Carrick. They've won every game he's taken charge of here at Old Trafford.
Oh,
Every single one in
gives
his
you
first
goosebumps
spell.
when you're in there watching this game. And that song comes on.
Has been something extraordinary, really. Manchester United have looked a lot more like their old selves.
You're watching for this
They've started to look a bit more like their old selves in the last few games after a very lean spell.
Newcastle.
Team
Yeah.
in which everyone's looking for the
Palace
best will be
wearing
his
a
last season.
white, blue, red stripe. Away kit, United, in our red and white, black socks.
Officiating of the FA Cup tie between Aston Villa and Newcastle.
And the kick off anytime now.
It's the
Let's
first
go.
day of meteorological spring, and there is a spring in the step of Manchester United at the moment. Header from Lenny Yoro. Who won in their last two visits here with the throw in. It's going to be Mitchell Thomas. Crystal Palace's
The crowd is
43rd
loud.
game of the season. 13
First
more
foul goes to
Manchester United have played. Very much
Palace.
a reversal of normal roles.
It is, yeah. And from a physical aspect, we'll see whether Palace can compete for the full 90 and more. Having played on Thursday.
Chris Richards played with a headband on in that game too. Here is Myla Sarr.
Barry.
Back to him from Jurgen Strand Larsen.
Palace on the
This
attack.
is Aaron Morton. Now Daichi Kamada. Should get forward when he can.
One in the box, cleared by Dallo.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Sure, made it more difficult for him.
Larsen, £48 million they paid for him. Scored, I think he's already scored 3 goals for Palace. It's not looking too bad, is it?
Palace pushing on
Oh,
here.
look at the clouds above Old Trafford.
The ball in the attacking third.
Up towards Sheshko, who wins the header for Brian Mbermo, cleared by Richards. Here comes Lenny Yoro.
Bruno, get up and play, man. The ref is not going to give it. You can see you begging for it. You know. Oh! Wow, Bruno. If he had copped that really well, that was actually the first goal.
Yeah, if anybody's going to execute that, it's Bruno Fernandes.
Ahmad on the bench today. Come on, Castle. Nice tackle.
Stopping him in his tracks. Lacroix. Munoz. Sarr who hits it. For what would have been spectacular. Here's a corner.
Decent start from Palace. Forward, it is a free hit sorts for the away team. Worth a flick of the leg by Palace centre forward.
Palace, they're pushing us.
An attempted scorpion. This is first corner back towards Lacroix, who gets the header and scores. United stunned inside 4 minutes.
What did I just watch?
Lacroix, whose 2 previous goals this season have both come in Europe, his last one just 3 days ago, strikes at the heart of United here.
It looked like a man-to-man marking job here. I think it was Lenny Yoro responsible for staying in touch with Lacroix. There's a bunch around the penalty spot there, just peels off, shots off his man, and the direction is perfect. We were right behind this, and Senny Lummons was never going to get
Mate,
to
Euro
it.
lost his man.
What start for Palace?
What? I can't even describe it.
Well, they have been struggling to score from open play, but
Wow, 4
no
minutes.
problems from that set piece.
We considered. 4 minutes.
Well, his fitness and the state of it was the big question to Oliver Glasner in the build-up to this game, because he'd missed the Wolves match, came back in Europe, and the question was whether he could be fit enough to see through another game.
I mean, there's plenty of time. No panic, no panic, no panic.
The start here, Palace defender.
Well, it's
No
been
panic.
a really good signing, hasn't he? Very steady, very consistent, strong defender.
This is a terrific record that Crystal Palace at this ground.
Where's the card? Give him a card, man.
Stopped it really well here.
Always going to get booked for that.
If Kwame played a physical game,
Really
we've
good
got to match it.
defensive stats, Palace.
Shaw. There's Richards. Yoro.
Nice, Euro, nice.
Man for the
Don't
goal.
panic, mate, don't panic. You made a mistake there for that goal. But you can recover this.
Defend your own goal.
Kassar. Go on, shot. Go on.
Who's responsible for that? Here's Mainu. Now Yoro.
Cunha.
There's nothing overly complicated about it. A bit of muscle to shrug off his man. Yoro doesn't quite know where the ball is until he turns. Lacroix has got his eye on it all the way. Still an awful lot to do, to be honest, from that angle and distance, but executes it perfectly.
Well, he knows, just as his goalkeeper did, that Roberts wasn't getting anywhere near that. It was such a perfectly placed header from Lacroix, who scored with one from a free kick just 3 days ago.
Come on. Now we put a crossing now.
Hello. Awkwardly off JD combo.
Gives his keeper a round of applause, having misheaded it. Definitely lends an edge to this contest, doesn't it? People would have come along here today thinking it's a foregone conclusion for Inform United.
Well, news of a goal elsewhere. It's come at the Amex, and Nottingham Forest already in trouble because it's Brighton who've scored it. It's
What a goal by Brighton.
who
What a
scored
goal.
in the last match, the victory at Brentford, and Brighton setting themselves on course to win a second consecutive
goal.
Premier League match for the first time since November, which they also achieved against Brentford and Nottingham Forest successively. Here's Kamada. Here's Richards. Sarr. Mitchell's made the run. And Tyrick Mitchell tries to cross. Darrow gets himself in the way of it. It's Kamada. And a combo.
Just a bit sleepy, Manchester United. wake up here.
The goals now in all of the 2 o'clock kickoffs. Forest are struggling, and so too now are Tottenham, because they are trailing at Craven Cottage. And Harry Wilson, who scored early against them in the reverse fixture, has another one, and another spectacular finish as well from the Welshman. There
Fulham
was
1-0 up.
a VAR check on that, but it has been confirmed. So it's Fulham 1, Tottenham 0. Going live
Come on,
on
United, wake
Sky
up,
Sports
wake up,
Plus.
wake up.
Starts by 3 teams in these 2 o'clock kickoffs.
United just haven't got going. Haven't found any kind of a rhythm so far. A little shell-shocked by this start.
Well, there is the interception from Tyrone Mitchell,
Boom.
which pretty much sums up the lethargy that United are showing at the moment. Casemiro. Now Dallo. So 1-0 in each of the games so far. Home side's leading
You're
in the
doubling
other
up
2.
on
You
Bomo.
can see them on Sky Sports Plus and Sky Sports Tennis, those other 2 fixtures. Here's Maguire. Now Lenny Yoro. This is Diogo Dallo. Casemiro steering it into the path of Cunha.
Got enough match winners United within this team. We saw that at Everton through Cunha and
It's time
Burma.
to play, it's time to play, it's time to play.
Early days.
Selhurst Park, despite conceding first back in November.
It's too much space.
Arteta's retaken penalty after a double touch overturned in the second half. Here's Sarr!
What to see?
Lawrence behind it, Munoz coming in on it. And, he was offside.
This start probably surprised the Palace players as well as everyone in the stadium.
Romans again with a big save there.
Munoz is the man getting caught off here.
So Manchester United shaken up. The game has been straightforward under Michael Carrick. It will take late heroics here to see off Fulham, who proved pretty stubborn opponents. Casemiro. Coming into this game knowing they really needed to strike while the iron was hot.
Euro, what are you doing, man?
Munoz picks it up again. Now Aaron Wharton. Touches the path of Kamada.
What's Euro doing? He needs to calm down. I know he's made a mistake.
A lot of freedom and confidence, Palace, in these early stages.
Taking the game to their opponents. Here's Lacroix. Munoz. Wharton. Lacroix. There's Combo. Son. Munoz. Here's Johnson. Shaw with the edge on Munoz. This was hit from Richards. It was screened by Sheshko so that Bobby Maynard could get there.
Certainly got to start passing better, United, and also scrapping better, winning these bouncing balls in the middle of the park.
This is first ever seen in major European competition. It's not been prolonged by that playoff win against Shrinsky Mostar. AK Larnaca in the next round of that competition. So, looked at the European draw this week with a little bit of envy.
Euro is struggling. Euro is struggling.
Europe in 11 seasons.
I don't know if it's just that first half mistake he made there. That's just
Yoro
put him off.
holding on to Strand Larsen.
He is struggling in Europe.
An
Shot
easy
falling.
start for Yoro this, given he was marking the goal scorer. Made a couple of mistakes as well.
It's Brennan Johnson over the free kick here for Palace, looking towards Chris Richards. Got up ahead of him, but Combo won that header. Center Lumless.
We've got to play better. We're giving the ball away. We're giving the ball away everywhere.
That typifies United's start. It was a fairly simple ball up to Burmo there by Sean. He gets it completely wrong.
There's Shesko.
Come on, Shesko. Come on, Cunha. No foul.
To Son. Maguire. Walton. Here's Lacroix. Munoz.
Throw long shot.
Well, it's been a dramatic old start at the Amex, where Forest were rocked by Brighton taking the lead through Diego Gomez. Hadn't scored in their last two Premier League matches, but what a strike that is
goal!
for White to draw them level. However, the slippery not completed there, because 21 seconds after the restart, Brighton were back in front.
2-1.
Danny Welbeck had put them there. It's Brighton 2, Nottingham Forest 1.
It's a weekend of goals, isn't it? Certainly with the Burnley Brentford match, incredible.
2-1. 2-1 now. Jeez. No, Forest. What are you doing?
Here's Maguire. Dallo. Now Yoro. This is Fernandez.
What is going on?
Couldn't reach it. Johnson tries to emerge.
You're giving the ball away too many.
Pedestrian for United.
What's going on?
Slow in the build-up and the thinking.
The longer preparation time than Crystal Palace, having played on Monday night, but it's not showing so far for Manchester United, who've benefited this season perhaps from not having the distractions of Europe to try and get themselves back on a straight course. So we look at somebody like Luke Shaw, who's played in every game, and he's probably one of those who has benefited from the fact that he's given an overload of fixtures after his recent issues with fitness.
Strand Larsen has got it all on up against Harry Maguire.
Oh,
it's not like him.
Max, what was that? on, Old Trafford is singing. Old Trafford is up. Attack.
An even keel, Manchester United. Here's Shaw. Cunha. Menu. It's Diogo Dalot. It's restricted Fernandez. Wharton. Steph touch. It's Daniel Munoz. This is Cameron. Just seeking out Jürgen Strand Larsen. Casemiro going direct. Fernandez was too happy with the quality of the long ball that was played up there.
Game is slow. The game is slow. They need to pick this up.
Here's Manu. Samiro looking to pick out his target. This time he's Šeško, but there was nobody behind him in the direction he put that. Maguire. Followed by Munoz. Never rhythm going at the moment, can they? Manchester United.
Football, isn't it? You never know. You can never take anything for granted. Everyone felt Michael Carrick is doing a sterling job. This long way to go in this match, and United have got to get better. But Palace have looked like the team challenging for Champions League spot at the moment.
Here's Mitchell.
Good defending
Forced into a dead end by Diogo Dalot.
Larsen with 3 or 4 around him. Mitchell's found quite a bit of space out on that left-hand side. Not then, but it's a good cross with the ball, the wing back.
Just been talking about Luke Shaw's
Luke Shaw is down. We don't want this now.
He does have an issue here now.
Luke Shaw is down.
He's had down the years. He's had a really good run in the team this season, starting every Premier League match. He's a go-to man for Ruben Amorim, although he didn't always finish games.
No, he's the type of player, I think, with his body type that needs to be playing regularly, and he has been, and his form's been really good.
As if it looks like he's feeling dizzy. He looks upset.
It's a challenge. It's a few minutes ago now, but coming down heavily. Munoz on.
Stamped on him.
His instep.
Stamped on him.
Not sure if this is why he's down at the moment, but that would have been so. Done on metatarsal, you can do it through overuse or an impact on the top of your boot.
He's coming off.
Standby. Shaw walks off.
He stamped on him. Stamped on him.
Change is going to be made.
He's coming off. He looks upset.
We do have a big midweek engagement looming against Newcastle. It remains to be seen if Shaw will be able to carry on this record of starting every domestic league match this season. Mazraoui.
Come on, Mazza.
Came on late against Everton on Monday, making his 5th appearance from the bench since his return as a runner-up from the Africa Cup of Nations with Morocco. Here's now Munoz.
Doing really well. Palace in the middle of the park. Wharton calling the shots. Should have expected Kobe Mainu, Casemiro, Fernandes to be dictating things there, but they're not.
Well, there is clearly in the summer going to have to be some kind of midfield restructure at Manchester United, with Casemiro departing, and Wharton is one of those who might find himself in United's sights. There's speculation that he would move away from Selhurst Park. During the course of this season, lost Hazard and Gahey, which has added to Oliver Glasner's frustration.
Getting bullied in the midfield.
Dallow,
Oh,
shoots into that to Tyrick Mitchell. Now Maguire. Here's Fernandes.
They're so physical. United need to wake up. Palace are physical. You're not messing about.
Casemiro. It's too tight for the United skipper.
Yeah, they've been playing at a higher tempo than this in the last few games under Michael Carrick.
And it's going to be late, mate. By the time we finish this game, it's going to be really late. We've got another game after this, so maybe let me finish these games first. Come on, come on, come on.
This is Cunha.
Come on.
Richard's got the better of him.
Oh, pull it off the ball, man. Keep your calm, keep your calm.
Frown from the United caretaker boss. Hasn't been an entirely smooth run. There have been 2 hiccups along the way in this big record, but Oliver Glasner's team very much the dominant force in this game so far.
You always wonder when the manager announces he's leaving in the summer, how it's going to affect the team, the players.
Not yet, mate, not yet. Let me finish this game. Let me watch this game.
Negative
Come on,
signs
let
out
me watch this
today.
game.
The team in white.
This is the 7th Premier League match
Use the
since
copy, use the ball.
Daddy, I got something.
departure.
Thank you.
This will help.
1-2 of the
Daddy,
previous
this
6.
will help United with his ball.
Thank you.
This United.
Right, ball.
Dad, we need to stop too.
No, just leave it.
Yoro. Some reports. Yoro.
That is the United Stadium. Next to our house. How's you with the date football?
Back from Williams.
Wonderful! Wonderful! Hey! Wonderful! Wonderful! The year.
It's Maguire.
Dallow. They always score these days, United have the last 15, but not been much sign early on here of them finding the back of the net.
February was here against Everton. Mainu. Casemiro. Fernandes.
Daddy, put this somewhere so you can reach
It's alright. You can play with it if you need to.
Here's Maguire.
But Daddy, just hide it. Why will you hide it? Daddy, hide it somewhere. Daddy, hide it somewhere.
Wasted ball, man. They're wasting the game. What are you doing? What is going on? Keep the ball.
Applaud his teammate.
Yeah, Fernandez.
And you can see Ahmad's difference there. Ahmad will keep the ball and try and take on players. At the minute, we're not able to keep the ball.
Get them going.
I'm not saying Shesko, yeah, it's bad, but it looks like a super sub, man. It looks like a super sub to me.
And Burmo.
We're losing possession left and right. Look at that. Again, pass there.
You keep it.
Bruno, come on.
Burmo.
Come on. Mazza. Come on, Mazza.
Finds Mazraoui.
Kobe.
Kobe.
Euro.
Good pass.
Go pass. Go pass.
Oh. Corner. Corner.
Just shielding, take the corner.
The one where you hide this one.
A little bit of sustained.
Since you
for
don't know
United.
No, I'm not going to hide it. Just leave it here. Corner kick to United. Come on, boys.
So can United do to Palace what Palace did to them?
Come on. You think we're going to score in this corner?
Daddy,
Look at this corner kick.
Burmo's kick.
Daddy,
Maguire.
Oh!
What?
Another corner.
Well, I think Henderson would have saved this, but Sarr had to move his feet quickly to steer it away.
Another corner. Come on.
For United.
And Burmo to try again. Away by Jürgen Strand Larsen. There's some heads there with Daichi Kamada.
Bruno is down. It's just head, but it's a clash of heads, nothing to it.
So, right to the side of the face for Bruno Fernandes.
Daddy, hold it with two hands.
Just
I
earlier,
need to watch this game again. Okay.
just cleared it off the line, but just in front of the line anyway. As I say, Henderson would have been in charge. Easy to score an own goal in those situations if you don't get your feet sorted out.
Bumo.
Mazraoui and Burmo back
Shesko.
Shesko. And himself blocked out by JD Kondo. To Maguire's head, it had been almost half an hour since United had previously had an attempt on target, which shows just how untroubled really that Palace defence has been in this first half so far.
Daddy, if you
Here's
need
Diogo
this,
Dalot.
Daddy, if you like your score, just take this ball out this bag.
Burmo's cross.
Dad, when you like the score, just take this ball out and then just lift it up, okay? I'll put it right here, okay?
Thank you.
Yoro looking into the sun here, so still managed to get his head on the ball. And Mazraoui. For the Palace wing back. His return to fitness has been important for Oliver Glasner. Johnson with the ball over the top, and offside flag was up anyway. With Sarr having been looking for a penalty.
Yeah, it was a fairly easy one. This, I think, for the linesman. on this near side. Had a good view of it. And there has been another goal at Craven Cottage, and it spells more bad news for Tottenham Hotspur. They trailed early
down.
to Harry Wilson. Alexi Iwobi has now made it 2-0. Fulham 2, Tottenham 0. Their last double against Spurs was some 22 years ago. But what a position they're in there now. You've got to believe you're in a relegation scrap. I don't know whether some of the Spurs lads do believe that. I think they feel a little above scrapping for your lives. So game's live on Sky Sports Plus. Here, Manchester United trailing to Crystal Palace. United, who can go third in the table with a win, are trailing to the team that started the day 13th. So Fulham 2 up, Brighton 2-1 up. Bad day for the teams who started the day in the bottom 5, Spurs and Forest, so far. Canada is down and coming for Dalot. Always feel a little for the player there. It's honest attempt at the ball, fraction of a second out. Yeah, it's a foul, but I don't see the need to produce cards all the time for tackles like that. The player offended against Canada are the 2 players so far in Chris Kavanagh's book. Manchester United haven't scored in their last 2 Premier League encounters with Palace here at Old Trafford. Did beat them here in the League Cup tie, which Casemiro scored. Here's Fernandes, who was the inspiration behind their comeback at Selhurst Park earlier in the season. Now Cunha. And this is Harry Maguire. Lenny Yoro. Touch from Fernandes.
Pass.
Berger lays it off. Mazraoui. Richards came across. I think he didn't particularly help the cause. Getting in each other's right. Trying to lift the home team now. Don't have much to shout about.
See, Palace all of a sudden are the one pressing us. Now we have to go all the way back to the keeper. We've gone all the way back to Lemons.
Yoro. Casemiro seeks out Šeško. And it's Cunha. Quite prod it through. Richards there. Mainu. Fernandes across. Šeško. It's a decent stop. Yeah, and a decent header as well. Šeško's had very little to go at. This was a better ball into the box, and he gets there, a header for Kwok. Maguire. So just starting to look a little bit more like their old selves over the last 10 minutes. Dalot. Lenny Yoro. From Bermo to Lenny Yoro. And here's Mainu.
Oh,
Richards was secure. United are going to do something out of the ordinary. Really good structure from Palace. So compact. Dallo. Fernandez. Lacroix with a header away.
Don't stop pressing. Don't stop pressing. We're stopping, man.
First position by Fernandez. To Burmo. Cunha calling for it a little further back. Fernandez though drives it across. Cunha just frustrated there because looking for Šeško was perhaps the more difficult ball. Yeah, Fernandez feeling somebody should have been getting across the near post. Yoro, Mainu. Maguire. Coming up. Looked a little soft at first glance. Maybe there's a trip in there. Not every fan is a yellow, but he is treading a bit of a fine line. He wouldn't want to be drawing too much attention to himself. Daichi Kamada been cautioned already. The inspiration for opening up Crystal Palace in the fixture at Selhurst Park earlier in the season came from two Bruno Fernandes free kicks. Soxy Maps, the eventual beneficiaries. Fernandez! Touch on that from Dean Henderson.
Dino, what are you doing? Let us go, man, Dino.
I think it might have been just going over anyway, but it's a super effort. It really is for Bruno Fernandes, as you'd expect. Henderson on his toes. Gomez corner. Cleared by Lacroix. Fernandez. Mazraoui. Fernandez. Another free kick. Maybe Fernandez ran into him as much as him taking down Fernandez.
You're hiding. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go.
Fernandez with a kick. Casemiro!
I don't think they're coming.
Chance and he knows it. So good in the air, Casemiro. Gets his head on the ball in these situations so often.
Ah. Close.
Right at the top end of the height that he can control it.
You okay?
Dad, I'm finding Molly. Do you know where she is?
I think she's gone outside.
The day of the Everton game.
Downstairs,
Casemiro
maybe.
An unexpected change of heart. He is
Harry!
sliding down his Manchester United career.
Let's go. Attack.
Here's Mazraoui. Fernandez. Here's a Burmo. Burmo running back. Burmo retreating.
Where is she blocking?
No, let Arya find.
Well, as a starter, it's certainly not been easy for him, and I think it's just a reflection of how United are playing, to get good service, and also a reflection of how well Palace have defended. To smother the centre forward.
Is that the other one?
Nasra. Here's Cunha. He's got the timing in every the right. Here's Maguire. Yoro.
The referees indicated a minimum
3 additional first half.
Can you put me in there?
No worries, I can't put it in there right now.
So where should
Because I don't want to
I?
disrupt anything.
Where should
I find the door somewhere.
I need
Go ahead, find it. Put in there. Sit down. Quick, sit down.
A couple of minutes now. We saw Leeds yesterday. Manchester City scoring right at the stroke of half time. This is a time for concentration for those Palace players.
Is that you? Oh, hi.
Look at him, mommy, poke him. Poke him.
Andy! How did he find me?
I saw your head poking out.
Oh, my daddy. Now how do I get out?
How's daddy's out as well?
Daddy, can I get out?
You're out.
How am I not out?
Watchful of Tyreek Mitchell.
I'm supposed to return this book.
Work for Michael Carrick to do.
Alright.
Be interested to see whether he makes a
Oh, do you know I'm going
change.
Daddy,
Substitution maybe. He can make the difference. That adds to his CV. He's claimed to become the permanent manager here. But yeah, plenty to say and to do, I think, at half time.
If he doesn't become the permanent manager here, there'll be a vacancy at Selhurst Park in the summer.
It's frustrating now to watch this game.
Woodward sprint last night. Harry Maguire. You would imagine that the succession plans are already being considered. Stretch. Did get to a League Cup semi-final. As the fringes of the promotion battles.
You take the ball back.
Well, Crystal Palace have never won 3 successive league fixtures here, but they are on course to do just that, thanks to an early header from Maxence Lacroix, whose involvement in today's game even wasn't assured because of injury. If anybody's going to inspire Michael Carrick's Manchester United, it could be Bruno Fernandes, who's had a free kick tipped over and put in a ball that Šeško headed at the goalkeeper. But at half-time here at Old Trafford it is Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 1.
It's been absolutely below par, man. Performance has been below par. I mean, what more can you say? Like, he will need to bring Amad on, right? Šeško, I'm not saying he's not a good player, but he's not a starter. It's not a starter. Scoring goals off the bench doesn't mean you have to start a game. It doesn't mean that. Do it at least, come on, continue with the same formula. Right? Cunha's done all right, but then again, we're missing the Cunha effect when they come off the bench because every player around him is tired. Now, these players are matching him. They're matching his physicality, his strength, right? We're missing that the second half. So, second half, who we're going to bring? We've got Ahmad on the bench. Who's going to go off? Šeško. And put Mbeumo up top. We need Mbeumo up top to play against these strong defenders. Palace defense, they're physical, they're too strong. Cunha is too, Šeško is skinny. He's a big lad, but he's skinny. So, strength-wise, they're bullying him. They are bullying him. So, we need Mbeumo to play up top. Put Ahmad. Bring Ahmad on. Take Šeško off. Because the team is not playing to Šeško's strength during this half. Should just leave him on the bench, man. No disrespect to Šeško. Just leave him on the bench. We've got a player if we had 3 players who can carry the ball, Ahmad, Mbeumo, and Cunha, they can keep the ball. But Šeško is not being able to keep the ball. He's not being able to bring in play. Like the typical Alan kind of striker, like give him the ball, you hold the ball up top because he's strong, they can bring in play. But Šeško has not been able to do that. So I think you should just keep him on the bench. Keep him on the bench. Play, continue with the winning formula. The players have been winning games, right? Go for the game, then bring them on second half. It's very annoying to see that. Very annoying to watch this match. Absolutely annoying. I didn't expect that to happen. Within 4 minutes, we considered that goal. Right, 4 minutes into the game, we considered it. The whole plan goes out the window when you concede a goal that early. When you consider a goal that early, the whole plan goes out the window. There is nothing more for you. So we need a moment of brilliance to get us back into this. We need something special. Jeez. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. But we've got second half, so we've scored more goals in the second half than any other team in the Premier League. So that will be a really positive to look forward to, because we know second half we are going to score goals, regardless of what happened. Either we got a draw or we're gonna win it. So we're really good at second half goals.
A goal to nil, and on Monday night, United spent a lot of time keeping Everton out from set pieces. They couldn't do it today. Crystal Palace scoring from a corner.
No, really good half of football from Crystal Palace, and the set pieces unlocked the door. Brennan Johnson drilled to the far post, and Lacroix has tried to get himself free, and he does that. I mean, great header from his point of view, generates the pace, but I'm sorry, defending from Manchester United, Lenny Yoro, when the ball comes in, you have to be able to see the ball. You've got to put yourself in a position where you can see the ball and you can see the man. So if the man runs, you block him, you go and head it. See him here?
Yeah.
He's got his man, he hasn't got his eye on his ball, his body shape's all wrong, he's brilliant in the air, loses the flight of the ball, and Lacroix loses it. You cannot take your eye off the ball. I hate
but the first time he the first time he looks at the ball, he's virtually staggering back and forth. That's the first time he sees it.
You're in all kinds of trouble, chaps. If you try and grapple someone nowadays with the referees, they give a foul, it can be that. And so he sees him, he tries to get close to the fight, thinking, I'm not going to give you a chance to run at me. You've still got to be able to see the fight the ball, because then you've got to go and attack it. He never once looks at the ball because he's in all kinds of trouble. The choir gets away for him. There you go. Now I've got a free header. Fantastic header. He generates that pace
great
and
header,
power
isn't
into
it?
the far corner. Brilliant from Crystal Palace, poor from Manchester United.
United's best 2 chances coming from headers as well. They haven't created much, Michael.
No, they haven't. They've been a little bit sloppy. Sesko, everything comes through Bruno. We know he's got that creativity. Lovely ball in. Again, hard to generate the pace and power, but good save, comfortable from Henderson. Then again, Bruno. We know Casemiro is so good in the air. He'll be really, really disappointed to see the back. One step forward. I just think he gets under the ball a little bit too much. It's one step too much.
Just can't get over it.
No, I think he's just a little bit behind him in the end.
Okay, the home side are behind at Old Trafford, but elsewhere this Super Sunday, the home sides are ahead. Brighton have the better of the 3 goals at the Amex, and Spurs are in all sorts of trouble at Craven Cottage. Fulham 2 up, and they could have had more.
Oh, come on, let me take you out. Come on.
You found it then?
Of course I did. Good point.
I don't know what to make of the performance right now. I don't even know where to start with this game. I can't wait for the second half to kick up to carry on. And I hope Chelsea don't win their game today, man, because then that means we're gonna drop out of the top 4, top 5 altogether.
The game, and somehow they found a way.
Don't know what to make of it. I don't know. Oh man. It's taking a toll on me as well. When you're fasting and all that, like watching this, I feel like I need a nap. But this isn't it. This is my prediction, right? Shesko is gonna come off. Ahmad come on, and he's gonna pull Mbomo up top. Simple as that. You don't need to do anything, drastic here. But we need Shesko. As much as you will not want to dent his confidence, all right? This game wasn't a Shesko game to start, because these guys are physical, man. It would have probably a better game for Shesko to start. That Brighton versus Forest game, it's a mad game, Brighton took the lead, then Forest came back 1-1, and within seconds of restart of the game, after Forest scored, within 10-15 seconds, Brighton went on and made it 2-1. Then Fulham hitting Spurs. Harry Wilson there. What a goal. What a goal. I'm just going to see Emi. I'm not going to say anything else until we score a goal now. back.
Carrick took over and 6 unbeaten for him so far. Maybe about to end. Neither team has made a change at half time.
You certainly expect United to try and start quickly. Was laborious in that first half.
Pass from which they got their goal in the 4th minute. Rowie, the substitute they had to send on in the first half because of Luke Shaw's injury.
Why is everyone? Nobody's approaching him to get the ball. Come on.
Šeško has been the player who's done their big acts from the bench in recent times, but they will, if they need to look elsewhere amongst their replacements today. Minimal reshuffle. Casemiro wins the header. Menu on by Fernandez. Here's Mbermo, which is in the way, but Chess goes onto it and they've got across and celebrates the goal.
Yeah, no wonder either, because that looked to be heading to the back of the net. Kind of start United need and want. Just challenge from Adam Wharton, hurt himself doing it. Got the ball though, I think.
Did concede a penalty a week ago against Wolves, but one has been checked and cleared. Nice kick. Casemiro was creating problems at the far post.
Henderson himself in the right tackle going forward and spin round.
Vallo gets this one in. Casemiro's there again.
Clash of heads, I think Šeško his own player actually, but again Casemiro the man that gets there first. Far from an easy chance this.
Casemiro came off worst, but Šeško has got hold of the back of his head too.
This was the earlier challenge when Adam Wharton goes to ground, but yeah, clear touch on the ball.
For the delay in the restart. Lost him, even though Buffon had been involved as well. Fernandez. Swept away by Wharton.
Yeah.
Since Michael Carrick came in, this has been a strong half for them in defensive terms. Made his cross. Šeško's with it.
As you can see, they're just trying to do things a bit quicker.
Before Carrick took over, it wasn't the second half that they mounted their comeback against Palace earlier in the season through Joshua Zirkzee, who's on the bench today, and Mason Mount, who's still currently not involved. There's Richards. Kamada. Son.
Bro, look at the space. Look at the space. What is going on?
Mitchell's ball in. It's Strand Larsen.
Got across the front of it. Far behind him. Up the other end now, there's suspicion of a handball, ball touching hand of Lacroix. The fingertips. Didn't hear too much discussion on.
That's a handball. No, still on there.
Are you going to take this one?
Although Shesh goes up to it.
Are you going to take this one?
Nice.
Cunha. Mazraoui. And again, Mazraoui. So we're not taking any chances. Still seems to be feeling the effects of his own team earlier. Nice kick. Henderson did get a hand to it. So because that was being held down, it was a strange attempt at a punch clearance. Fernandez. And Cunha. Has he taken down? It was Lacroix who was there with it.
Penalty. Come on.
Chris Wallace pointed to the spot. It took a while.
Come on.
Well, it was theatrical, but that doesn't mean it's not a penalty. Sometimes in these instances, if you don't go down, you don't get the award. Ref did seem to take his time.
What's the card going to be? Pondered on this, did the referee, before he did eventually point to the spot. And now we're awaiting the VAR verdict on whether it was inside or outside the box.
Probably one of those that starts outside and continues just about inside.
It's inside. It's inside. That's inside. All the way in.
You can see it is theatrical, but he is being held back.
Well, Tony Harrington in VAR has been looking at it, and provided there's nothing else in the build-up, the penalty will be awarded. Extra ball had just come to the pitch there, which the official in the middle has ordered off.
It's a goal-scoring opportunity, isn't it?
It was through on goal. It was through on goal.
Got on to the end of it, Cunha.
Well, again, the possible denial of a goal-scoring opportunity is coming under VAR scrutiny, so it would appear that the penalty will stand, and it's just what further action the referee will be told to take.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be an easy chance from that angle.
Well, worse news for Maxence Lacroix is that not only is the penalty being awarded, but he has been advised to go to the monitor and judge for himself whether it is the clear denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. So Lacroix's fate in this game hangs in the balance.
How many times has a ref gone against what seems to be the advice if they're asking him to go to the monitor? VAR think it should be a red card. An obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Come on.
Don't know you meant, I suppose. Cunha's a good player in those situations.
Come on.
Well, let's
What is it
hear
gonna be? What is
the
it gonna be?
verdict.
What is it gonna be? Come on.
Open. After review, Crystal Palace number 5 commits a clear holding offence, which denies a clear opportunity. Final decision is penalty and red card.
Red card. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. We need to score this now. We need to score this. Come on. Come on. We need to score now. We need to score.
Because Manchester United have the penalty and Bruno Fernandes has the ball in his hands.
Come on. Come on, Bruno.
Well, should be the pivotal moment in this match. You'd imagine.
Bruno Fernandes has scored 2 penalties in the Premier League this season, but he's also missed 2 against London clubs Fulham and Brentford. And Dean Henderson, who saved one a week ago from Tolu Arokadare of Wolves, faces up to the United skipper. A hush descends.
Yes! Yes! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Captain Bruno. Let's go.
In a much better frame of mind, much more positive, quick in their play. Even 11v11 and 1-1 now, the game flips on his head, really. It's a totally different dynamic now. It's going to be in United's favour. Haven't been able to get into these kind of positions in the first half down the side.
He held on to him for too long, way too long.
They did there.
Come on. Come on.
Made a change and brought on Shelby Riyad and taken Brennan Johnson off. They're also going to make another change with Evan Gesson coming on in place of Jorgen Strand Larsen.
Johnson couldn't get involved. You'd imagine Gesson's up there because it's got a bit more pace than Strand Larsen. Couldn't look too pleased, does he?
Here's Shelby Riyad, he's just come on. Now Chris Richards, who's slotted into the central position that Lacroix had occupied. So Gesson, who scored in Palace's last 2 games, involved again, just as the situation has become more awkward for the visitors. Riyad had started a couple of the last 4 Premier League matches. And you would expect...
Come on, Casa. Casa don't want to waste no time.
Casemiro. Fernandes. That's Rui. It's Cunha who won the penalty.
Come on, Cunha. Come on.
Cunha's pulled the
Let's
fire
go.
into
Ooh.
A loose touch eases Palace's anxiety.
Yeah. Changed his mind at the last second there. Control it instead of a first time finish.
Situation complicated now for Oliver Glasner, who has 2 wins, just 1 defeat in his 4 matches against Manchester United as Palace manager. This is the only game amongst the 2 o'clock kickoffs where there's been a second half goal for Fulham still leading Spurs 2-0. That's on Sky Sports Plus, and Brighton still 2-1 up against Nottingham Forest. That match live on Sky Sports Tennis. Here's Maguire. That's with the touch. She's got a little move now. Combo. Maguire. Casemiro. Here's Yoro. Maguire. Casemiro the touch away by Chris Richards. Camino with 2 raiding on either side. Salah through the middle was the one he was looking for.
Nice. Got to give him a controller. We needed that red card. We needed that red card. We needed it. It was needed.
Casemiro. Fernandez.
Ooh.
You got it through to Cunha.
Come on. The extra man counts.
Fernandez. Still towards Shevchko, but equally well defended by JD Combo.
Oh, come on.
This looks like the free kick. Maguire disbelieving.
Just ran into Maguire.
Yeah, it's a foul. It's a foul. I was even looking at the ball. What are you doing?
Well, it's role reversal this for Crystal Palace, who struggled to get through 10 men against Wolves. Gesson was the player who did it for them with a late winner. Now his team are a man down. Expecting a Manchester United storm, but hopeful they might still create problems at the other end. Munoz. Here's Richards. With Yoro. Behind the clears. Through by Richards. Here's Issa. Does launch well, but that launch was always in control of.
Make the most of those moments when they get the ball. People in support.
Let's
Here's
go.
Fernandez.
Let's go.
Goes for goal.
Go from that. Never got the curl on him. Might have got a nick off Chris Richards there.
Bruno Fernandes scored a penalty the last time that Manchester United beat Crystal Palace in a league match here. That one he scored today is the first United goal against Palace in the league here since Marcus Rashford's winner in that game. Here's Cunha. Goes a little way.
Come on.
Now let's find Fernandez, who is at the hub of everything for Manchester United. Cunha goes for it. Mitchell gets across. Cleared by Combo.
Come on.
Fernandez swings in another.
Yes! It's a second half player.
Manchester United's 50th goal in the Premier League this season, and Shevchko is becoming a familiar name on the score sheet. That
It's a classic centre forward's goal, that. He had
Banging
precious
header.
little to go out in the first half, but this is a lovely ball into the box, and if you can anticipate, you can get ahead of your man as he did on Convo. There's every chance you're going to score, and he gets the power, and he gets the direction. It's a superb header. And Cheska will be delighted that he's done it again, having started the match this time, rather than coming off the bench. And again, it's an important goal, a big goal. Might be the winning goal.
The choice to start him is
Top
rewarded
four,
with
top
yet
four.
another
That's what it's
goal
all
for the
about.
Slovenian, who may have had a slow start
Top four.
to his Manchester United career, but he's firing on all cylinders now.
Top four, top four. Call it what you want.
Richards, there's Munoz.
By any means necessary. Top four.
Maguire. Yoro.
Wow. Come on. Cunha. Shoot.
Feel like a long last 25 minutes or so for Palace. It feels now. United smelling blood.
Well, there has been a second half goal elsewhere, and it has come at Craven Cottage, and it is hope for Tottenham Hotspur, who have reduced the deficit. The goal is Richarlison's. It's now Fulham 2, Tottenham 1. Bit of a battle for the ball in the aftermath too with Calvin Bassey. So, slow exit from Adam Wharton.
Yeah, I think definitely fatigue playing a part there. It was really classy in that first half. Made Palace tick, but they need some more legs now.
I said it last night that, you know, Palace, the tiredness will come. We play a part in this game for us to win it.
That day,
you know, and you can see it now. Adam Martin there looks knackered walking out. Quick play by Kobe there, quick play. Kassa. Kobe.
Without Maxence Lacroix as well for the midweek Spurs game through suspension.
Yeah, that can ill afford those kind of losses. Palace, the small squad as it is.
Here's Menu. Dermo. Casemiro. Dermo. Let's try to turn away from Munoz. It's Maguire. The experience out there to manage the game, but Minu has
Come on, Kobe. Come on. Good tackle.
He's given it away to Combo. From Sard to Camilla.
I did give that one away. Free kick for Palace. So we might be able to hit them on the counter here. We need to hit them on the counter.
Ice applied. Close with the drop for the Spurs game.
We need to hit them on the counter here if we get all of this one.
This is kick. Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah. Got back with the ball. Yeah.
Dallo.
Here we go. Which way to Harris?
Think of future engagements, assignments at Newcastle midweek. Villa at home after that, so 2 tough games coming up. The team they will move ahead of and into 3rd place if they see out the victory.
Come on, Cunha, come on. Come on, come on.
Munoz is coming back at him. He's gone down again. This time he's told to get up by the referee.
Kobe.
Manu. Casemiro. Played across by Dallo.
Bicycle, keep it up. Done you nicely there, Cunha.
Manu. Mazraoui.
Come on.
Fernandes.
Kobe. No one there, no one there, no one there. Got corner still, got corner.
Mitchell could control it as he wanted.
Got corner.
This is the earlier challenge on Cunha. Seemed to me just lost his balance a little bit as he's tussling with Munoz.
Cunha's got pace, maybe. Tend to turn up the turbos. The turbos, he tends to turn them up when he wants to. I mean, is this guy now on free kick duties, Bruno? I want him to be in the box. I want. Wow.
Fernandes.
Wow, Bruno. Wow.
To the corner taker. Burmo's cross.
Woo.
Came in, certainly from Dean Henderson. Here's Fernandes. This comes and claims it. And he was once regarded as a potential successor here to De Gea.
Casemiro just making sure he controls that volley. Henderson going to his right, but manages just to switch the weight on his feet to his left. It's a good save.
Ahmad is coming on. Just go off.
Well, Šeško has got his goal to keep his recent run going. He came into the team for Diallo and he's going to be replaced by him now.
It's a lovely header. It was satisfying when you get there ahead of your defender. You're the quicker thinker. You take advantage like that.
Started all of the previous matches under Michael Carrick. Still gets a quarter of an hour at the end of this one. He's involved from the off. going through the middle since Šeško has withdrawn. It is Mbermo who started there. Job done.
Yeah, off the bench or from the start. It's scoring every time now, it seems.
Substituted, produced 2 winners and an equaliser. There'll be another winner from Benjamin Šeško today.
Come on, press, press, press. Come on, press. Extra man count. Extra man must count. Press. Extra man, there you go. No.
Inter Milan are doing better than them in that regard.
Come on. There we go. There we go. Ahmad can hit these people on the counter now.
Here's Mitchell.
No, no.
Hughes.
Come on, boys, wake up.
Look at my cake.
Oh my days.
Smell it.
Riyadh.
Hi. Smell all chocolate. It's chocolate as well. Cadbury.
Here's Saar.
Come on. Have you got Costa? Ah, unlucky there. I see what I tried to do there.
Hughes. In the second half.
Check the right, Munoz on the far side in acres of space.
Here's Maguire. This one's Rawi. Menu. This is Yoro. One. Here's Mazraoui. All a bit safe for Manchester United at the moment.
It is, they're just trying to make Palace work.
Oh, play.
Heroes try to open them up though.
Ahmad!
Diallo hits wall.
One of those that's easy to spill if you're a goalkeeper. Bouncing in front of you. Yeah, you do wonder about the energy levels of this Palace team. You wondered beforehand. Only one change and tough game on Thursday. It's a small squad. A lot of these players have played a lot of football. Now with 10 men, it's even harder.
That really does appear to have been the bone of contention for Oliver Glasner and his superiors, with all the extra commitments of the European Games. As we mentioned earlier,
Extra man counts, extra man counts.
Than their opponents today. It was going to be difficult for them with the numbers that they have.
There's the extra man there, right there. Extra man.
Casemiro. Crossed by Fernandez.
Extra man, Kassar. Is he going to hit it?
Casemiro. Stop ball. Really enjoyed his football, Casemiro. This last leg of his United career. Controversial move when they paid the amount he did for the year of his age. To the trophies that we won under Erik ten Hag, scoring in the League Cup final.
Come on.
Fernandez.
Cunha.
Cunha.
Didn't connect. Didn't connect. Didn't connect.
Goal, didn't he?
Didn't connect.
Game against Arsenal.
Didn't connect, man.
So it wasn't in the same category.
Extra man, where are you? Extra man.
Hughes. Here's Gessel. Munoz. And Canada's touch wasn't as solid as it needed to be in that situation.
Well, they've got to believe they're still in this match, because they are, Palace. There's not enough left in the tank for final push.
We need some fresh legs in our midfield.
Gentlest of warnings for Manchester United that this is by no means sewn up yet. Here's Gessel.
We need some fresh legs in the midfield. We got it. Oh, Saxon coming on.
Joshua Zirkzee, who scored against Palace at Palace earlier this season. To get a late
Euro might be coming off as well.
It's not alone with Aiden Heaven coming on too.
Come on, lads. Come on, perform. See this through for us.
Spent some time before this free kick and then goes short after they'd loaded so many forward. And Mitchell making a run. Surprising decision, bearing in mind the overload they had up there.
Double substitution for United.
It could be a Crystal Palace change first. Daichi Kamada, who did well considering he got that early yellow card to survive as long as he did, is replaced by Yeremy Pino. And here comes the double change for Manchester United. Harry Maguire. Getting the shortest of rests.
Look at the fan reaction. Rubino, for a long time wasn't his biggest fan, looked like he was going to leave the club, but now is integral to life under Michael Carrick.
He's 33 on Thursday. Is Harry Maguire still uncertain as to whether he'll be here next season? Michael Carrick appreciates his contribution. Brian Mbeumo also taken off, and Joshua Zirkzee is his replacement.
Come on. You know about that defensive change. Let's not mess about, guys. At the back, let's not mess about.
Xerxes getting involved straight away with
Oh.
Riyad. Just gave much to do. Pino. Now Gesson. Here's Munoz.
Come on, extra man, make it count.
Yoro. Pino. Here's Richards. Broken up by Bruno Fernandes. Here's Diallo. Casemiro. Pino. Started so well for Palace. They've enjoyed a bit more possession of late. Don't appear to have a sting in the tail though. Still trying to encourage the belief that there is something in it for his team. Munoz did get in down that right flank. It was enough to encourage them, even though it ultimately led to nothing. Munoz himself wins the header there for Gesson. There's Rowie. Now Cunha. He tempted Gesson in towards him. Gesson did get a touch of the ball then, couldn't hold on to it. Stood it now. There's one in his face. Bruno Fernandes. Xerxes. Mainu.
Casa.
Dallo. Mitchell.
Come on!
Is here for Son. Fernandes tracking back. There's up there with him, and Son was hopeful of the free kick being awarded. Tuliers, and not just that, a yellow card as well for Ethan Heaven.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sarr could have kept on going with the man to his right, kept this attack going, but decides to stop.
So Pino, the Crystal Palace substitute, with the free kick for them. Casemiro was wary because Richards was coming in. Shows his experience has been enough.
Yeah.
Will
Glasner end up after his tenure here? I wonder. Top manager who'll get a good job.
It'll go down in Crystal Palace's history. The man who won them their first major trophy. 8 minutes of stoppage time here. Might yet get something out of this game yet. There's a feeling that he might have soured his legacy with his stay humble message after the draw in the away leg of the Europa Conference League playoff wasn't too well received. In some senses, you can understand where he was coming from. Fernandez. Finds Dallo. Is Diallo back to Kobbie Mainoo. Richards. Casemiro. Colbo. Who's putting himself relegated to praise from one of the guys in his appearance in European Madrid. Fernandez. Played in front of him. Hughes gets it away. Masranga had to backtrack now against Daniel Munoz. Made himself pretty isolated out there.
United easing their way to another 3 points to put them in third. Not overstretching themselves, don't have to. Well in control of the situation.
Here's Kessel. Wasted possession too many times. Kessel.
Well done, Dolly. Well done.
Mainoo. On the right side of Tyrick Mitchell. And he gets it back from Kobbie Mainoo. It's Amad Diallo. It's a fearsome strike.
What a save by Dean Anderson.
But the goalkeeper did what he had to do.
Yeah, nearly saved it.
What a save.
Heading for that far corner. The ability to kick, shoot with both feet. It was a beauty. Diallo really was. In the tick stuff.
On top of the net of Dean Henderson's goal from Bruno Fernandes. So finally he's overseen.
Yeah, an awkward one in that first half. But it's been a different tale in the second. Obviously the man advantage helps an enormous amount.
Diallo. Arias hits the tackle. Amad Diallo's in here. Saxi! Blocked by Colbo. Fernandez looked to come in on it, but in the way was Richards. Here's Munoz. Combo. Question as to whether he's onside there. Diallo.
Much to Chris Richardson's relief.
Hughes. From Xerxes, but he's given it away to Ismail Assar.
Extra man counts.
Mitchell. So coming towards it, Hello was ahead of him.
Come on.
Here's Fernandez.
Come on, let's go. Ping it. That's it.
Cunha. Diallo's out to his left. It's Fernandez he's given it to. Now Diallo involved. Xerxes. And Mainu launches one. Didn't need Henderson's intervention at the time.
The front and encouraging Mainu to shoot, which is good to see.
Casemiro's had another really good game. Bruno Fernandes gets again at the heart of things for his side. Riyad. Here's Gessel. Pino. So much on for Gessel. Scored each of the last two from last night. Looks like being another winning goal. Another, yeah. Used as the free kick is awarded against him. Feeling a bit of muscle fatigue. Fernandez. Here's Xerxes. Hughes. Is there going to be one last chance here for Crystal Palace? It's Saar.
Daddy, I'm bringing pillows.
Mitchell though. Pino. Gesson tries to draw it in. Cleared by Mainu. How far can Michael Carrick take this Manchester United side? They are up to third in the Premier League. Benjamin Šeško, a starter rather than a sub today, has come up with another winner. A winning header from a cross by Bruno Fernandes, who started the United revival by converting a penalty which had seen the sending off of Maxence Lacroix, who'd given Crystal Palace such a good start to the game with a fourth-minute header from a corner. It is United's day. They're 8 points behind City now, but the prospects for Champions League football here next season are looking ever more rosy. Manchester United 2, Crystal Palace 1.
Top four.
Thank you, Alan. Another goal from Benjamin Šeško.
Top four.
For Manchester United.
Top three.
Top three. For West
How far can we go? How far can Carrick go?
Because even though they haven't played, the other sides around them have not extended their lead above the bottom three. Michael Spurs losing at
Top three.
Yeah, good response in the second half. Make changes.
All the three games this afternoon, they all ended in 2-1.
Nearly got back into the game.
United 2-1. All the home teams, all won 2-1.
Igor Tudor was disappointed.
Brighton 2-1.
It's another loss for Spurs.
Fulham 2-1. United 2-1.
Positive for West Ham as well. Nottingham Forest beaten. All the goals in the first half at the Amex. Brighton 2, Nottingham Forest 1. Another defeat for Vitor Pereira following on from last Sunday at home to
Everyone
Liverpool.
is 2-1,
This is how the bottom of the
2-1.
table looks, and as you were, plenty of friends.
Forest, they stay there, 17th, 2 points away from the drop zone. West Ham, can they make it? Only time will tell. Wow. United, the top three. Look at us. It's beautiful. Oh, above Villa, 51 goals, 12 goal. The goal difference. That's massive. Goal difference, massive. He's huge, brother. Yes. Yes, Chelsea. The table looks good. The table looks good. So all the home team today, as you can see there, 2-1. Manchester United 2, Crystal Palace 1. Arsenal and Chelsea playing shortly. And then we have Brighton 2, Forest 1, Fulham 2, Tottenham 1. So all the home team, they all won. Imagine he predicted that score. The bookies, that's huge, man. It's like full on fasting. I'm not allowed to do that. But imagine if you're a gambler, you predicted today all the games to finish 2-1, 2-1. Yo, top three. Finally, we have a stressful weekend. Over the past 6 weeks or so, we've had a really good mental health restoration by Michael Carrick.
What's that noise?
Where? Oh, sorry, I switched this to Hadith.
What is it?
I think it's the, they call it, the vent. Is it loud upstairs? Was it really loud upstairs? I think it's for the bathroom as well, I'm not sure. Finally, boys, ladies and gentlemen, Old Trafford, the Reds, Sir Matt Busby Way, everyone there will be walking out that stadium. I'll show you shortly outside. You're going to see fans walking out that stadium and celebrating, singing Michael Carrick's name. You know, the subs, Shesko has shown that he can do it as a sub, and he can also do it as a starter. So Michael Carrick has got a tough call there to make. He's just got to manage the players now. All he's got to do now is manage behaviors, because all the players look like they're all on board of what he's doing. So now all he's got to manage is player personalities. How is he going to keep them all happy when they all come back? We still got our number 7, Mason Mount, out injured. Got big defender, Delay injured. You know, we've got a few players out there at the minute. But when they come back, I mean, it's seen out the way Sir Alex Ferguson managed the behaviours and the attitude, the characters, the personalities of big players. So whilst you play under him, so I reckon he's probably going to use the same method, or he's going to introduce something else. Or he's going to keep it going as it is. But yes, Sesko has shown that he can do it as a starter, and he can also do it as a sub. Fair play to the guy. Fair play. Up the Reds, man. Up the Reds. You know, you can't tell us nothing at the minute. Carrick ball all day long. Carrick ball all day long. We've got it. We've got it. 2-1. 2-1. If you didn't believe in us, if you never believed in us when we told you to get rid of Amorim, drop us a like. Right, somebody's trolling my poll. Somebody gave Crystal Palace 12% to win. Where? Old Trafford. That was last year under Amorim, under different managers. You know, Amorim gave these teams the confidence to say, we can come to Old Trafford and beat you guys. Amorim gave these teams the ego Manchester United used to have back in the day. Amorim did that. That's why Palace used to come to United and beat us. They beat us under Amorim. You know? But now we're back to where we used to be, where it's, you know what, when you stand right in that tunnel, you look at the United players, you're gonna go, they're gonna beat us today. They're gonna beat us today. That's what needs to happen again at Old Trafford. When team look at United players in that tunnel, They need got to put fear in teams again. Come to Old Trafford, you don't live in until we beat you. That's what needs to happen there. And that starts from the tunnel. When they both come from left and right, dressing room, home and away dressing rooms, locked eyes. You got to know that. We either get a draw or we beat you guys. No one is leaving here with a result. No one is leaving here with 3 points again. Nobody is leaving with 3 points at Old Trafford. And how far can Carrick take us? Only time will tell. Only time. I believe it can go all the way. Imagine Carrick was in charge 3 months ago. Imagine we sacked Amorim 3 months ago. Imagine Carrick was in charge 3 months ago. Arsenal would have panicked by now if United were at Carrick 3 months ago. 51 points. Would you believe it?
Arsenal against Chelsea. Build up
51 points.
Daniel Sturridge on Sky Sports main event right now.
51 points. Would you believe it?
Kick-off there here on Sky Sports Premier League. We'll take you through what's happened in the 2 o'clock games. They've all finished. They had a very symmetrical afternoon so far. 2-1. All of the games, all the home sides winning. Will start at Old Trafford. And this goal that Crystal Palace took the lead with still annoys you from a defensive point of view, doesn't it?
It does, but take nothing away from Crystal Palace in the first half. I thought they were exceptional and deserved to go in at half-time leading. Great ball in by Brennan Johnson. They've looked at this space where you think, where can we utilise Laquari? Does he get free? Drive on the ball. But from a defensive point of view, which I said, I really, really don't like it. I see defenders, I see forwards doing. Get your eye on the ball. See your body position. Get it right. See the player and the ball, and then that's travelled a long, long way. He hasn't got the opportunity to leave the man and go and attack it, and he didn't do that.
Great header, and then his afternoon completely changes. So, penalty first of all for you. Is it a foul?
Yes, it's a foul. I mean, a great ball from Bruno Fernandes, and the fact that the ball goes down the side, Cunha gets away from Laquari. He has his hands on top of him, pulls it back. Was it enough for Cunha to go down? As it continued from outside, inside, you can see his hand still on the top of Cunha's shoulder. Whether it be 2 fingers, a full hand, it continues.
So it's in the box, so it's a penalty.
It's a penalty, in my opinion.
And then the final decision is, look, he hasn't made an attempt to play the ball, so has he denied a goal-scoring opportunity?
That's when it comes in. Is this a dog out? Is that denial of a goal-scoring opportunity? And in my opinion, as soon as he gets goal side and he goes down, that is an opportunity for Cunha to score a goal.
So the red card, if you're going to give the penalty, has to be the only decision for you.
You have to. Once he's decided that the foul that started outside continues in, then Chris Kavanagh has no alternative but to give a red card. Very, very soft. He goes down. If it doesn't go down, Cunha, would you've got it? I'm not too sure.
There's the penalty kick as well. Chris Kavanagh, of course, the referee in that FA Cup game.
We made an obstacles outside, inside.
Video. Bruno scored.
From that, and then the winner.
Check this.
Yeah,
Check the header.
Talked about Sesko before how good he can be. Got an opportunity to start, and this is an outstanding header. I talked about
2-1. We won.
In an area.
We won.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And then, as he got the
Bruno's got the
accuracy
penalty.
and the power to be able to generate that ball down into Dean Henderson's left hand post.
Guess who helped you do it?
It's a player who's in
You.
certainly.
No, it wasn't. It was the United stuff.
My lucky charm. He said, "These are my lucky charms, Kobe."
The one header in the header in the second half, but you've got to take the chance when it comes your way.
You do, and he's been waiting probably a long time to go. Michael Carrick, can you give me an opportunity to start a game? He came on against Everton on Monday night. He gets his goal, and now the question was going to be, was he getting an opportunity to start? He did. He didn't get an awful lot of service. He got one in the first half. He's build up play, and you start thinking, is he a super sub? Is he always want to bring off the bench? But for him, started the game, got the winning goal, another positive result.
89 for Šeško. When we come back, we'll show you the other goals from today's team.
Right, go get ready for this Arsenal Chelsea game. That's another big one. It's another big game. Arsenal Chelsea. Well, let's give you the reaction from Old Trafford. Let's give you the reaction from Old Trafford. Let's give you that.
our usual selves first half, and we needed a change second half. And I think we came out, we started bright, and like Simo said, we forced that decision, the penalty decision on the game. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But it definitely altered the dynamics in this place here, altered the dynamics on the pitch. And from that moment, we just grew and started creating stuff. But it happens, it's football. You're going to have them moments in some of the games for the rest of the season where it goes for you, like it has today, and sometimes where it goes against you. But you've just got to take the rough with the smooth and just keep consistently performing well. And I think second half, we performed really well.
A lot of love coming in for Bruno in the comments section. Was he your man of the match, and if so, why?
Again, we just, when he's playing like that, we've got a chance of winning. It's that simple. He is a match winner. He keeps showing it week in, week out. And yeah, look, yeah, it's an even, the penalties, we know how good he is from taking penalties, but he has to make sure we score. And again, we said at half time, Sully, with Sesko, we've got to put crosses in for that lad, because he is a proper number 9, an old school number striker that will make good runs in the box. It wasn't quite happening in the first half. They were getting he was running to the back post, Bruno was putting in the front, but on this particular crossing incident, they got it absolutely bang on, and what an header. What a ball, what an header. But yeah, Bruno again, he's our main man, he's the captain, and when he plays like that, we've always got a chance of winning.
It was a brilliant winning goal. We'll talk more about Šeško in just a moment, but in terms of Bruno Fernandes, everybody, well, most on YouTube are commenting that he is our man of the match. Bruniva Co says Bruno man of the match. Olufo Biusu, Bruno man of the match. Sir Freeman TV, Bruno man of the match, no doubt. T-Money also agrees. Ian Lennox, Bruno man of the match. Sesko also unbelievable. Adin Mohammed, Bruno was world class today. And Francis Eugene, Bruno captain magnificent. I mean, Fraser, when Bruno plays well, generally we get results.
Yeah, all the time. And his standards are so high. He's constantly 7, 8 out of 10 at his worst. So when he puts in performance like he does today, his crosses are on the money. It's not a surprise anymore. You're expecting him to put the ball right where the player needs it, and his delivery is excellent. And it's been a real joy to watch at times this season. Well, since he's been at the club, to be honest. His assists and his goals have really, helped the team win games.
As the team walked off the pitch, the fans who were remaining here were chanting, "It's Carrick, hard to believe it's not Scholes." Michael now keeps up his perfect record at Old Trafford, not just in his tenure this time round, but the win he got back in 2021. The team continues to get results under him.
Yes, he's making it look easy, isn't he? Yeah, do you know what I like today is that and in the last few weeks, we haven't played great, but he's finding a way to win. Coming from 1-0 behind West Ham, Everton, tough place, we get a win, and today 1-0 down, half-time, we said, he's probably told the players one or two things about how poor the first half was, and he got a reaction from the lads, and that's all you want. So he'll be probably most proud. I'm looking forward to hearing from him that he got the reaction the second half, and then we got the win. But yeah, he's been, him and his staff, we said before, it's not just him, it's down to the lot of them. And they're getting this Man United team, and they're finding ways to win, and it's a joy to watch.
Yeah, we'll bring you some reaction from the dressing room as soon as we get it. We expect to hear from the man of the match, Bruno, and hopefully Michael Carrick as well. If that can't be in this show, then check out the website, Manchester United app, for all of the other reaction. But Michael, we said at half-time, didn't we, we'll have a big half-time team talk to make, and it looks like whatever he said worked, because we were better in the second half.
Yeah, we needed more energy. We needed to be, especially when you're at home, at Old Trafford, you need to make other teams feel that. I think first half, they didn't feel that at all. They looked calm on the ball. They were breaking our press quite easily and causing us issues. But second half, we were on the front foot a lot more. We're causing them the issues. So yeah, it was much improved. So whatever he said at half time clearly worked, and we went from strength to strength after that.
Yeah, just a moment, we couldn't catch it on camera, but Senna Labbans came out, seeing some friends who were watching today, but also took time to pose for a load of selfies with some fans in the corner there. In terms of Lamens, it didn't really have too much to do today, which is a good thing because we don't always want our keeper to be busy, that's for sure.
No, you're right. I don't think there's much he could do about the goal, to be honest.
No.
It was a guess, and we didn't have anyone on the post.
I was going to ask you, it's different eras, of course, but when I grew up playing at not a great level, we always had someone on the front post and someone on the back post. Now, it has changed a bit, but is that for the better?
I love being on the back post, I'll be honest with you.
Easy job, I used to enjoy that job as well.
I cleared a few here off the back post after line. I remember Chicharito one time. We drew 1-1, so Alex weren't happy. But the game's changed. Yeah, it's, there's a lot of different things now. The zonals, it's man for man, but I still like someone on the back post.
Yeah, at least cover one of the posts.
Yeah, one. I think the back's more so, because at the front you've got one in the near post, you've got players, but I think definitely the back post, because it's hard for keepers to get there with a especially with an
in terms of Lacroix's goal, though, it did go in at the front post, didn't it? Because the corner was swung and it went back across goal.
Oh, yeah,
so it would have been a front post area.
Yeah. And I seen it yesterday. I think it was Wan-Bissaka at Liverpool. There was, I think, Van Dijk's goal, back post. So yeah, listen, there's arguments for it. Listen, anytime you concede, there's always going to be someone's done something wrong.
Yeah.
I just think it was, the time and 4 minutes in, that's not what you needed.
No.
I think it stunned everyone a little bit.
It did, yeah.
But no, in terms of Lamens, it's great. That means the team in front of him are doing well. The shape's right. The distances are good if he's not having too much to do. Yes, we want to see him making all the saves, but I'd prefer him that he has days like this and he's not had to.
Yeah. Okay, more from the lads in a minute, but let's hear what our commentators made of it all. Ben Thornley and Liam Bradford.
Ben, I think it's fair to say a game of two halves. At the start of the game, 30 minutes probably made a little more difficult than Manchester United were expecting, but once we hit sort of 40 minutes onwards, Manchester United were irresistible, weren't they?
Yeah, they started the second half on the back of how they finished the first and just got stronger and stronger. Obviously the penalty and the sending off helped, but absolutely right with both decisions. And from then on in, Bruno Fernandes just completely took control of the game, and we scored a wonderful second goal from a player that's had a maximum impact in the last few games, and we saw signs of it earlier on in the game, but everything came just right with the pace of the cross, the fact that he got across his man and powered that header into the near post. It's a brilliant goal, and yeah, United were deserved winners in the end.
Run out of superlatives, don't you, for Manchester United's captain? That's his 14th assist in the Premier League this season. It's absolutely incredible.
He was brilliant in that second half. He really was. He was his little flicks that were coming off, which when they don't, there's groans that come and what have you, but he's just playing with that air of supremacy at the moment that anything that he does is going to come off, and he ran the show in the second half. He was excellent.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant from Bruno Fernandes. Again, I wonder whether, Crystal Palace playing in Europe in midweek may have had an impact. It was the case, wasn't it, down at Selhurst earlier this season, where after an hour Manchester United were capable of really taking control of the game. It took a little while for Palace to maybe reach the zenith of their energies, but as soon as they did, United just managed to take charge in almost every department.
Yeah, they did, and listen, it's for a relatively small squad, having played only 72 hours ago, it is going to be a test for them, especially coming here with the form that United are in, and they surprised me. They actually, they played really well first half, and I thought in Chris Richards they had one of the outstanding players on the park. I don't think there's any question about that, but United's energy levels and the quality and the way that they got about Crystal Palace in the second half, it was just too much for them, I think, and they hadn't made that many changes from what happened on Thursday night, and it told in the end. And United, I know it was 2-1 and it sounded close, but I think anybody that was here realised that the second half performance, it was much more comfortable than that.
Just finally, you've mentioned it, the form for Manchester United. They're unbeaten in 11. It's 6 wins out of 7 under Michael Carrick. They're in imperious form at the moment, and that confidence can only get better and better, can't it?
Yeah, of course it can, and we know that we've still got some very, very difficult games to go, with Villa, Brentford, Liverpool, obviously.
It starts with Newcastle
and it
away
starts
on
with
Wednesday.
Newcastle on Wednesday night. They've lost their last 2 games at home in the Premier League, so they're going to want to do something about that. It's a very, very difficult game, but then you don't get any easy games in the Premier League, but certainly we know what they're going to throw at us on Wednesday night. Good side, great atmosphere, but it's a brilliant place to go play football.
Certainly is. Manchester United 3rd in the Premier League.
Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? And we'll talk about that and what it means for our potential Champions League qualification in a moment. Just want to get to a couple more comments from YouTube. Sunny MUFC says Seshko is amazing. Champions League, here we come, says Little Prue. Sheshko does it again. Matthew Farrell. Ziggy says,
Seshko.
let's go, Sheshko. That's quite good, that, isn't it? So that was from Matthew Farrell. Michael S. Bruno Fernandes is the best midfielder in the Prem. Also, Rocket League Go agrees with that. Again, we'll chat about that in a second. Just as also wanted to point out, this jersey, by the way, is part of the new Adidas Originals collection. So if you like it, like what you see, then you can
give us a twirl.
There you go. Yeah,
work it.
So if you like what you see, then get on the Man United shop or on the Adidas app or wherever you go to buy your Adidas products. Bruno, the best midfielder in the league or in the world. Where does he rank for you right now?
I was expecting to say, yeah, in Europe, maybe not the world. Definitely in the Premier League. I'm trying to think, in terms of his numbers and his impact in the games and his influence on players around him and, you know, and creating chances. Listen, comparisons of Odegaard, for me, can't get anywhere near him in terms of what Bruno does.
Well, Odegaard's finding it hard to get in the Arsenal
in
team
his
at the moment.
I know. And Eze's not exactly doing, you know, I know he's scored against Tottenham, but I don't think anyone else is close to him. I think in Europe, yes, I'd say. Yeah, he's not playing in Europe.
He walks into anyone's team, doesn't he?
I think so, yeah.
I
think he gets in
anyone's
anyone's team.
No question, no doubt. He scores goals, he assists, and he's consistent with it.
And he's chasing that record, isn't he, for the assists, Premier League assists? Which, what's he on now? Is he maybe 14, maybe?
I think he's now 6 ahead of the next closest. We'll have to check that, but I
Listen,
think he was on 12, so 13 now.
Listen, I get it. You know, you always obviously the people in front of you need to obviously score if you're setting them up. But even today, that cross, you know, I know, Seshko.
I like that. That could stick.
That might stick down. I really do like that. But no, listen, when he's like that, he's frightening, and you know like I said, I'd love to have played with him, if I'm honest with you, and just give him the ball and watch him play.
Yeah. Again, there was a lot of love for Sheshko there. It was a great header. How difficult was it to meet the header as he did and guide it into the corner?
Yeah, he's a big lad, isn't he? So you'd expect his head game to be strong, but he's really put a lot of power in that. He's headed it down. It makes it hard for the keeper to react.
And he made that run across the defender like you were calling for in the first half.
Yeah, so he got a few of them wrong the first half, where he'd dropped short instead of trying to get to the line and get a little tap in. But he got that one right. He went to the back, came to the front. Defender couldn't see him, and he's got a strong, powerful header on it. But what I like about him is it gives us that option. A lot of teams now, you don't see him crossing the ball to the big number 9 up front. It's always play back in and around the box and little intricate passes. We can just get out your feet and just put one in a box. It puts the defenders, say if you're a defender, you think, well, is it coming in?
Can this be, if it's a power, right behind the players? Huge, because we know, playing at the Emirates, when our support, the crowd are full behind the team in every action, impact that has in the boys and 12 games in charge, 7 weeks. There's some good results, some good performances, also some frustrating balls in the last couple of games. So, what state is the team in?
We're in a decent shape. Coming to a new club, you want to make your mark. Not just with the result, but with the players and what they expected of them. I think we've done. We created a real connection with them. I think they understand demands, and but for a few lapses of concentration, that would be 10 wins out of 12, and would put us in a really, really good spot. We have many games to go, many improvements to make, but I think overall it's
you talk too much more
stuff. What do you expect from them today? It looks like maybe a different approach from the one we saw here from them in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, well, with the players that they have, there's a lot of variations because they have 3 players they can play as a 9, for example. Joe can play as a 9. Palmer can play as a 9. Neto has played as a 9. They can play in different positions and ways. So we are very aware of that. We have prepared for that, and especially on the strengths that we have to exploit their weaknesses.
Tell us about your defensive changes. Sarr comes in for his first Premier League start, and Hato as well.
Wes is suspended, unfortunately, from the Burnley game. Mamadou Sarr is someone who I know very, very well, who, again, is an outstanding player. I think this game suits him today and what he can bring. And Jarrell's impressed me since I've come into the club. Obviously, Cuckoo's out injured as well, but Jarrell's been someone that we've been really, really happy with, and now it's time for him to step up and show what he's made of.
Some of those defensive changes enforced them, but he has had to keep changing his defence, hasn't he? Which is not ideal.
No, and I think this is where Chelsea are probably at. You look at the back four when the fit Reece James always plays and Cucurella. The two centre-halves, Chalobah seems to be the man, and then is it Tosin, is it Badiashile? Who is it? He's gone for Sarr. He knows him from his time at Strasbourg. Big opportunity for him, big challenge. Young 20-year-old getting his first Premier League start. So what an opportunity, but a big challenge for him today.
You'd expect the approach to be different as well for Chelsea, would you? As Mikel Arteta said, from the League Cup semi-final.
Yeah, it's a one-off game. You look at them; they were going there and thinking, right, if Arsenal scored the next goal, it's game over in the Carabao Cup because he already had a lead. This is a one-off. You go toe to toe, see what can happen. They've got certainly players that can hurt them. João Pedro, Neto, Cole Palmer, Enzo. They've got players who can create and cause Arsenal problems, but defensively, they certainly have to be at the best, Chelsea.
Right then, it's been an exciting weekend so far. We've seen an awful lot of goals. What will follow now at the Emirates? Arsenal-Chelsea with Gary Neville and Peter Drury.
Gary Neville alongside Peter Drury. So here we go then. Another pit of the stomach day in North London. Once more, this place braces for an afternoon spent living on its nerves. By 2 precious points,
while they come to see the Arsenal, they seem right. I might need to start a new stream for this game. This was a United stream. But appreciate the likes, the subs. Took part in the fall as well. Thank you for taking part in the fall. Appreciate that. United won it.
For the first and the last time in quite a while, Mikel Arteta selects off a clear week of rest and training. His keeper, David Raya, was outstanding again at Tottenham last Sunday.
I'm going to start a new stream for this Arsenal game. See you guys on the other side.